Cause oh, ain't nobody, love me better, make me happy, make me feel this way. Ain't nobody. How y'all doing this morning? It's your boy Boogotti NYC. Come on in, come on in. It's our bottom line time, you guys. I hope y'all had a good time, a good rest, a good night, good evening. Because guess what? It's time to get into it this morning. Trending topics, current events, and much, much more. You already know what we're about to do, so let's get it started. Come on in here. We got to get enough people in here to get those prayers in the air. Hopefully you guys can hear me loud and clear. Thank you so much, Miss Swanza. So glad that you're in here. Hope you're doing well as well, sis. How you doing? We got Tony right up in here as well as we got some people as well beyond. I see Liberty creeping around over in the Discord and a couple of other places. Who else we got in the building? Come on in, y'all. It's hump day. It's time to get to it. Our bottom line time. Come on in. I'm leaving the camera just like that because I think we're straight. I'm not gonna mess with it right there. I think we're doing pretty good right there. So yeah, I'm leaving well enough alone. That's what I'm doing this morning, you guys. Come on in, let's get those prayers in the air. It's your boy Boogotti NYC. Welcome over to our bottom line. And now we're flying through the sky. I hope this night lasts forever. Oh, ain't nobody love me better, make me happy. Then when I come on this show, how everybody doing? Come on, let's get it in, you guys. What we gonna do right now? Let's get those prayers in the air for everybody that's here. I want to pray for happiness. I want to pray for love. I want to pray for good times. I want to pray for health. I want to thank the Lord for waking me up this morning, for waking everybody up and bringing them here. I want to pray for a good show, good excitement, good fairness, and making sure that we are bipartisan over here and we don't play sides over here. We let everybody say what they feel. We want to make sure that everybody's being happy, everybody's healthy, and say what you got to say to get it off your chest. Just be respectful, and let's keep it moving right now. I'm going to say let's pray for good health. Let's pray for understanding. Let's pray for peace, and let's pray for our family as well as our animals. Peace. Let's keep on moving forward, and we're going to pray for Kendra Walker in the building. Good morning. We got Yvonne up in the building. Good morning, as well as Miss Swanza, Rebecca Lanyen Bueno chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. We got Junior in here as well as Audrey. We got myself, Boogotti NYC. Can't forget about Winter Rising, Angels Among Us, Liberty and Justice. Casey Ramos. Can't forget about Justin, Jordan, Terry, Teddy. Can't forget about all our family. Come on now, Luigi Kalesiv. All right, did I say Winter Rising and Angels Among Us? Well, if I didn't, there they go. VG5P, also 55 Coffee House, Lisa Roy. Can't forget about her as well. You guys, y'all know how we do it. Jeffrey Spilker, you know I ain't gonna forget about you, or Mark Dorfman. Hey, what about Sam Champion? We got to remember all of our people beyond the 222. Okay, VG5P, Kendra Walker got you too in there. Kalesiv also got you in there too. Can't forget about, what's this other name? There's two people, something and something. It's something about fried chicken or biscuits. Yeah, I remember too. That's another name that's starting to come up in here too. Sam Champion, hope you're doing as well. And amen to everybody. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because now guess what? I'm ready to go. And they're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. And we wind it up. Boo, 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 boo. Wind it up. Boo, 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 boo. We wind it up because it's 6 o'clock somewhere. I think it's 6 o'clock here, but we're gonna give them some time because come on, okay. Olay. Did you guys know it's July the 1st? Well, let's open up those pores first and let y'all know. Open up those pores. We gotta open up those pores. We gotta open up those. It's Wednesday, July 1st. That's right, y'all. 2026. Said I'm your host, Boogotti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that, where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Just got me lit. How everybody doing this morning? It's your boy Boogotti NYC. Y'all could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that y'all came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. I'm not even going to play around because guess what? We got to get into trending topics, current events, and much, much more. So what am I going to say? I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. All I need you guys to do is stay on topic, stay on point. Let me know where you're chiming in from. That's right. Let me know where you're chiming in from, what city, state, region. And also, let's get those likes up to let everybody know that we up in the building. You guys, go ahead and double tap that screen to get those likes up. But also, what I want you guys to do is also let's stay on topic. Let's stay on point. This way we have a good, rounded, well-rounded conversation in the chat. Believe it or not, that's what the show is about. It's not mostly about what we're doing on video. It's about coming back to that chat and seeing what you guys are talking about. And guess what I'm going to say right now? We got to keep it moving. So in that case, let's get into these titles. Let's go. We got to get right to work this morning, you guys, because we got Trump. Why did the Supreme Court side with Trump's no men in female sports? You guys see her right there. Hi, I'm Vera Cosa. One of my favorite characters. I always like to bring in Jim Carrey, aka Vera. You know what I'm talking about. And it just so happens to have something to do with the title this morning and what the Supreme Court just let down. And guess what? Nothing but love and thanks to the Supreme Court. Hi, I'm Vera Cosa. You guys know what I'm talking about. Smile. It's another day. We made it. Let's keep on moving forward because now we got, will the clashes at the Strait of Hormuz jeopardize the peace talks? Because there's a lot of booming going back and forth. You guys know what I'm talking. The Strait of Hormuz, send the ships over. Oh, the one that from Singapore just got boom. Oh, man, I'm getting so tired of it. Can you just shut it down and give us the right oil prices and get right back with us when it comes down to that gallon of milk? Because I keep on asking you guys and I want to keep on having you chime in. Let me know how much a gallon of milk actually costs where you're from. I'm serious. I want to know. And everybody here is really curious at this point too. We already know how they fluctuate with the gas, but we want to know what state you're in and how much a gallon of milk costs. Let's keep on moving forward because also we got another situation about how did federal agents bust a massive $27 million hospice fraud ring in Los Angeles. You heard what I said, $27 million. I'm telling you right now, you guys, matter of fact, is that million? I gotta make sure, because everything else that we've been reporting has been in the billions and close to hitting the trillions. How about this, you guys? If we take all of the fraud and waste money that we found throughout these last 3 months, we're not even talking about Doge. Let's just talk about the stuff that just came into the last 3 months. Could probably deal with the homeless population throughout the United States of America. There's trillions of dollars of waste that's been going there. Hopefully we can stop it before it keeps on going. I think that's the end of our title right here. I think the thumbnail is well said. So you know what I'm gonna say right now, right? Grab your water, your tea, and your 55 coffee house, because it's time to get it on, you guys. Let's do what we gotta do. We gotta set it off on the left, y'all. Set it off on the right, y'all. Set it off. Let's do what we do. Our bottom line time. We're gonna come in with some information about bad actors. And let's put up with Robert Kennedy because we know that it's really hard to understand his voice. Let's get into the message. And let's not worry about the fact that Dr. Oz is talking either. Again, we have to get into the message and the money. Let's do what we do, you guys. Come on, it's Wednesday. Let's do it. Let's go. They're talking about Obamacare and the startling discoveries that they found.
The Obamacare marketplace is plagued by fraud, in large part because the Biden administration dismantled basic program integrity guardrails. More than 1 million people enrolled in Obamacare without Social Security numbers on file. That is a glaring warning sign of fraud.
He said more than 1 million people enrolled in Obamacare without Social Security numbers.
If even a single person was on Obamacare with no the Social Security number, we should have found out, why are we paying people we don't know if they actually exist?
Shady insurance agents and other bad actors have been getting paid to enroll unsuspecting Americans in health plans they never signed up for.
Thanks to this aggressive enforcement strategy, we've already eliminated thousands of fraudulent policies, and we're just getting started. We're also working with insurers to cancel every policy that should never been issued and recover every taxpayer dollar that was fraudulently paid out.
Welcome back. Major problems with Obama's legacy, Obamacare. That was HHS Secretary RFK Jr. and CMS Chief Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz announcing they found more than 1 million now in Obamacare, but they have no Social Security numbers. They now say they've caught nearly 3 million alleged fraudulent enrollees. They believe another 2.6 million are also phony. That's 1 in 4 enrollees who are likely fake and fraudulent. And now they're pegging Obamacare fraud at roughly $10 billion bucks. That's from 2021 through 2024. Another estimate has it at $22 billion in frauds and money stolen. Let's bring in former federal prosecutor, right on crime, executive director. So happy to see Brett Tolman again. Brett, it's a pleasure to see you.
Nope, wanted you guys to see that part. We're going to keep on kicking it down the street because we got much more to get into. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. We know what the numbers are. When we get more definitive information, actuality from what they're letting us know, we're going to keep on releasing that too. Let's keep on going right now. I think we have to breaking Supreme Court basically rules in favor, that's right, of Idaho and West Virginia laws, breaking SCOTUS rules, and also talking about transgenders, right? Broken wristed click members, you know who I'm talking about, right? The people that are, a little bit different, want to go in the bathrooms looking kind of weird, but at the same time, SCOTUS says absolutely not. We're going to go ahead and side with Idaho and West Virginia and say no men and female sports. You guys, let's keep on moving forward.
So now the U.S. Supreme Court has ruled in favor of Idaho and West Virginia laws. These are state laws now that ban transgender athletes from participating on female sports teams. So the challenges against those laws have now prevailed. Don't know what the breakdown was. Some thought it might be 9-0. Others were suggesting 7-2. We'll await that and bring in our legal panel, Jonathan Turley, Brett Tolman, former prosecutor, Carrie Severino, former law clerk for Justice Thomas and president of JCN. Okay, Professor Turley, the Supreme Court rules in favor of those laws. Break it down.
This is what we anticipated after the oral argument. The justices appeared to view this as a matter left to the states. This is welcome news for many in the country. This is an issue that polls almost at 70%.
Question, you guys. Supreme Court rules on transgender sports cases. What do you feel about this? How many people here agree with the Supreme Court? Really simple. I'm just going to ask you like this. If you agree with the Supreme Court, we're just going to go ahead and put up a thumbs up and say, yes, you do agree with the Supreme Court when it comes down to this case. And if you do not, we're going to go ahead and do the thumbs down. If you have something to say along with that, we'll read that too. But I'd like you guys to get involved right from the start right now. Let me know what you guys think about this topic. It's actually our header. So let's go ahead and get it while the getting's good. Come on.
In favor of keeping sports to biological genders. So this is likely to really spur on other states to follow suit in terms of their own laws. It also reflects the fact that the court previously, in fact, last year, said that transgender status is not a protected class in the sense of race or religion. So that is a consistent position. Particularly justices like Justice Barrett have been extremely outspoken on that point, saying that this is not going to happen to treat transgender status as that same type of protected class. And during the argument, the litigators actually sort of tried to avoid that because they knew where the majority of the court was.
Okay, majority, you guys have thumbs up. Jack Welsh is a little bit different. He says that means that Michelle Obama shouldn't be in politics. Okay, muscle structure is different. I mean, Michael, oh my God.
And Shannon Bream, you got a little bit of more information for us as this has just come.
No, we're going to keep on moving forward, because we may have to give up one to get the other. Because on the other side of it, guess what? They also ruled against the president in another part of these rulings when it comes down to Birthright citizens, that means that you can come in from any country already loaded up and ready to bust open. Long as you get across that border safe with a toe over here, you and your baby safe. That's right. As long as it's born on American soil, you guys are good. I know a lot of Americans are going to be angry about this, but this is the law and it's passed. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen and get those likes up, y'all. Let's go.
Shannon, we have another decision, and it's a big one. It has to do with birthright citizenship. It was an executive order that President Trump, on day one of his second term in January 2025, signed the executive order. It was immediately challenged, and now we can tell you that the U.S. Supreme Court has ruled against President Trump's order to limit birthright citizenship. Shannon, we have talked for some time about the president feeling that he would not win on this one. The question is why not?
Okay, I'm going to ask you about this one. So, what do you guys think about that? And as long as you're born here, as long as they could be loaded up and ready to go, locked and loaded, boop, ready to go as soon as they cross that border, and they're an American citizen. How about you guys? How do you think about this one? Let's go ahead and try it one more time. If you agree with the Supreme Court on this, let's get a thumbs up. Again, let's go ahead and get those thumbs up. If you do not agree with the Supreme Court, let's go ahead and get those thumbs down. I like to see what you guys think about this situation here.
Okay, right off the bat, it says children born in the United States to parents unlawfully or temporarily present are, quote, subject to the jurisdiction of the United States.
Okay, so Turbo Munch says, I'm going to have a child in India. That will make the child Indian, right? And will be accepted. Okay, good one, right? I like that.
And are citizens at birth under the 14th Amendment's citizenship clause. So look how this broke down. As we expected, the Chief Justice wrote this opinion. Justices Sotomayor, Kagan, Barrett, and Jackson joined. Jackson has a concurring opinion, which Sotomayor joins. Justice Kavanaugh files an opinion concurring in the judgment and dissenting in part. The dissent comes from Justice Thomas. He is joined by Gorsuch, Alito, and then Justice Gorsuch apparently has his own dissenting opinion. So it is what we expected after the arguments here, and it looks like a bit of a...
No, the kids don't stay and the parents go all the time. It doesn't always happen like that. It doesn't always happen like that, so make sure you understand.
Split, but enough of a plural.
There you go. He fails again, says Trump loses. That's Hazel right there. What else we got? Good morning, winter rising. It happens here in England. Baby invaders, says 55 Coffee House Lisa Roy. Okay. What else we got over here? Okay. Who else? What other opinions do we have? What other opinions do we have? Whoa, hot time is sleeping. You deserve the best perfume money can buy. Okay, so you can go ahead and kick a rock for a block. I appreciate you to boom, get up out of here. Thought I couldn't multitask, huh? Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. My name is Boogotti NYC, aka Lionel, Lord of the Thundercats. And when I raise my sword and I say, ho, Thundercats, Thundercats, I can still get you out of here. Now we got to get up on off the Supreme Court situations because there's going to be other rulings coming in, but we're going to just keep on. We're going to lighten up a little bit. Let's get into what else is going on with these right here. You see this here? Pockets on speed dial. That means absolutely going on right now. Your boy is broke. It's the first of the month, first of all, and gas prices are crazy still here in New York. Rent is no joke. Plus the food. Oh my God. I didn't ask you guys so many times. Please let me know, how much is a gallon of milk in your city or your state? Why? Because I like to know. I like to know how much a gallon of milk is because they keep fluctuating with the gas prices and they can get us on that. But when it comes down to a gallon of milk, that's when we really can see what's going on. So gallon prices, if you guys still buy them and whatever state you're in. But we're going to get on over to Iran right now because basically they're supposed to be allegedly on thin ice because of the Strait of Hormuz again, and they're clashing with these threats that the U.S. is dealing. Let's keep on going forward, you guys, and see what's happening.
Happening today in the Middle East, U.S. and Iranian officials will return to the negotiating table in Qatar after a tense weekend threatened to put their peace deal at risk. Iran's president now saying his country will honor the agreement if the U.S. does the same. Chief Foreign Correspondent Craig joins us live in Tel Aviv with the details.
South Bronx Boxing says $4. Jacqueline says $5. And let me know what states you guys, and I already know South Bronx, that's the Bronx. Rhode Island, $4.50 for a gallon. They've got $1.55 for a quarter gallon down here, $2.99 in West Virginia. It's not so bad. You know, it's not so bad. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, hey Todd, good morning. High-level talks will take place today.
Oh, maybe that's why I messed up at Miss Swanza. Good looking for the alley-oop. She says, no, don't worry about the the milk prices. Let's get back on them egg prices. Okay. Yeah, what is the egg prices?
Strange joins us live in Tel Aviv with the details. Trey. Yeah, hey Todd, good morning. High-level talks will take place today in Doha, Qatar, aimed at advancing the memorandum of understanding between the United States and Iran. U.S. Special Envoys
Thank you, Terrence.
will be in attendance and are expected to meet directly with the Qatari Prime Minister, according to a diplomat familiar with the talks. Technical talks about the MOU are then scheduled to take place on Wednesday.
Okay.
Meeting in Doha is going to be
$2 for what in Miami? Who's that trolling over there? The Hensley show. $2 for what in Miami? You can't even breathe strong in Miami for $2. What part of Miami are you talking about? And what's for sale for $2?
perhaps important, perhaps not. We're going to find out. But we're winning militarily. It's almost won militarily, I would say. And it's really very simple. It's the denuclearization of Iran. We don't want them to have a nuclear weapon, and they're not going to have a nuclear weapon. And they've agreed to that.
Okay. I probably can believe it because they're talking about $1.49 for a dozen of eggs in South Carolina. I'm about to take y'all guys up the block. I'm about to take y'all shopping with me one day. Y'all gonna be like, what? Yeah. How about those organic eggs? You're gonna really have to pay a lot for those.
Iranian officials have indicated that no direct talks will take place between the United States and Iran while in Doha, but did confirm that a delegation will be traveling to Qatar. The 60-day window is meant to iron out the details of Iran's nuclear program and keep the Strait of Hormuz open. President Trump has indicated he reserves both military and diplomatic options after that time period. Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian posted to X saying mutual understanding is a two-way street. If the American side adheres to the agreement, we will also fulfill our commitments. Our approach to unreasonable saber-rattling and baseless threats is to rely on rationality and human dignity in decision-making and to defend decisively and fearlessly when it comes time to act. Now, Iran's president did not mention Iranian attacks on the Strait of Hormuz that took place late last week and over the weekend. We're also tracking developments here in Israel, where Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz spoke to reporters yesterday.
Let's keep on going, you guys. That's what's going on over there. Hopefully they get it together. Seems like they're actually getting a bit of conversation going over there. So I'm not too scared about it. Let's see what Tom Holman has to say right now, because doom 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 doom. Ice, ice, baby. Get him! That's right, you guys. He's talking about it, and he's letting the cat out of the bag. He's tired, and he's letting you guys know, if y'all want it, come on and bring it. Stop trying to act like y'all going to intimidate somebody. I got 24-hour security with me. I can't even go to the supermarket without having to have security around me and my family. Well, that's what he's saying. He says he can't go to the grocery store without security around him, and he's telling the cartels, bring it. Ooh, pretty tough words coming in from Tom Holman, huh, guys? Let's see what he got to say.
To the media, stop attacking the members of ICE. When I was a director of ICE, I didn't ask any of the 20,000 men and women that work for me to do anything that I didn't do myself. I know the death threats are 8,000%. I know that personally. That's why I'm surrounded by security detail. I got 24/7. I can't even go to the grocery store without security detail. But to the haters and cartel members who threaten me, come get some, because I'm tired of you. What am I going to talk about today? I'm going to talk about why I'm pissed off this morning. You know, on the way in to the White House every morning, I read press releases, and the continuation of the media that want to push out false information about the Trump administration, what we're doing as far as immigration. I'm just sick and tired of it. So let me explain what this administration is doing.
$4.80 a gallon.
Every morning,
Fontana.
the Trump administration is.
What's up, Brian?
And how the president, myself, and others are racist, white nationalists, and just inhumane people, cruel people. There's nothing further from the truth. Let me explain something. Under Joe Biden last administration, yeah, I don't want to be political, but guess what? I'm going to be. So in the last administration, they say those policies were so humane, and how we came in and how our policies are inhumane and causing death and just cruelty. So let me explain the difference between the last administration and this administration. The last administration, because they opened the border up, because they sent a message around the world, you can enter the country legally, it's a crime, don't worry about it. Turn yourselves into a Border Patrol agent, get processed and released within 24 hours. We'll fly you to the city of your choice on a taxpayer dime. We'll put you in a free hotel room. We'll give you 3 squares a day. We'll give you free medical care. And after a few months, you'll get work authorization, which is the real reason you came. You weren't really, asylum seeker. You may call it asylum seeker, but 90% of asylum seekers end up with an order removal because they're not escaping fear and persecution from the homeland because of race, religion, or political affiliation.
You believe anything he's saying, you guys? Any of this stuff hitting home? Any of this stuff resonating or no? Let me know.
They come here for a better life, and I get that. That's not a sign. But under President Biden, over 4,000 aliens died making that journey. Historic record.
Okay, Anthony, nope.
Over 250,000 Americans died from fentanyl coming across the open border. Historic record. Women and children were sex trafficked. An historic record. No inspected terrorists came to the southern border. An historic record. Yeah, they broke records. They were killing Americans at record numbers. They're killing aliens at record numbers. And that's not to mention that on an average day, 70% of agents were off the line, off patrol, because they're busy taking care of this humanitarian crisis that they created on purpose. It wasn't mismanagement.
Now, speaking of humanitarian crisis, let's go ahead and get into some other stuff that we should have probably already broke already. This here, because we got millions. I'm talking about, I think this is in Kentucky, you guys. It was a state of emergency. Millions of people were hitting the flood in this deadly flash flood. We started showing you part of this yesterday. I want you guys to see the real catastrophe. These rivers took over the regular roads.
This morning, the death toll from overwhelming flash floods rising. At least 4 people killed in Kentucky. The governor declaring a state of emergency after torrential downpours triggered dozens of water rescues and left entire communities underwater.
Some counties got hit with almost record amounts of rain in very short periods of time.
The rapidly rising waters powerful enough to break through this backyard fence,
I can't believe that fence held all that.
quickly turning roads into rivers.
Yeah, I'm not trying this.
This video posted to social media showing the moments after firefighters pulled one driver to safety. Just moments later, the vehicle is swept away. In Cumberland County, highways washed away.
I told you, I showed you guys this first, and then we showed you the roads after that, right? Yeah, I'm showing you actually more damage after the fact.
WKRN's Liz DeSantis was there.
You can see the road I'm standing on has just completely crumbled away into the water below.
And in hard-hit Madison County, this church destroyed, swept off its foundation, and washed onto a nearby road.
When I looked out the back door, I said, oh my gosh, we gotta go, we go now.
Shannon Webb and her family were asleep when the storm took aim at their home.
Everything in the house is gone, the whole sidewall's out, and washed everything out.
Thank you, Jordan. Appreciate that. Love y'all.
The storms also wreaked havoc in Tennessee, where one woman died, bringing the death toll in the region to 5. Officials say that that woman was trying to save her son when high waters swept her into a culvert. Robin.
Yes, we got to get the prayers in the air for all of the people in Kentucky, all the people in Tennessee. Want to pray for them to get their people back together. Let's pray for all of the animals, because we always have to remember about the animals, the ones that can't get out, the one that may be stuck out there. So we're going to pray for everybody to find their loved ones, as well as all of the animals too. From Tennessee, Kentucky, everywhere out there, you guys. There's been a lot of earthquakes. There's been a lot of natural disasters. So we want to pray for everybody, not just one region or one city. We're talking about the Philippines, other places. Let's talk as far as the Venezuela and many other places that are being affected by all of these natural disasters right now. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Because Trump says that Zohan Mamdani says that he's okay with being a poster child for socialism. And Trump responds with candidates like him are communists, not socialists. That's what he said. I didn't. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen, get those likes up. We got a lot more titles to get through today. If you have not subscribed, What are you waiting for? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let me see. Oh, here we go, right here.
Poster child for socialist candidates. Are you worried about more socialist candidates across the
Well, I think it's a big threat to the nation because it's not socialism, it's really communism. They use the word social democrat because it sounds so nice, but it's really communism. I think it's the biggest threat to our nation there is, maybe since our founding. It's basically introducing communism into the United States of America. There's never been anything so dangerous.
What do you make of the Supreme Court ruling today in regards to the mail-in ballots, and what comes next for the SAFE Act after today's ruling?
Well, because of the mail-in ballot ruling, which was a little bit surprising, gives people more time to vote illegally, let's say. But the SAVE Act is even more important, and it's the right, you have to be a citizen of our country. Okay, you have to show you're a citizen of our country, called citizenship. Voter ID by photo voter ID, and no.
We're all okay with that. The majority, everybody in here, when we said thumbs up or thumbs down, when it came down to voter ID, everybody was okay with that. I even chimed in at the end and said, I feel a little more important when they asked me for my ID. Hey, let me see your name there. Oh yeah, your name is there. Go ahead over there and vote. I'm like, okay, cool. Makes it feels like your vote really counts and they got your name. That's how it feels to me. I have nothing to hide. They ask you for identification when you're trying to go into a club, you know what I'm saying? So how come they can't ask you for identification when you're trying to do something as important as vote for somebody that's going to be running our country or running a part of it? You know what I mean? You have to get ID'd before you go into a bar, but people got problems getting ID'd before they vote.
Mail-in ballots, unless you're in the military, disabled, you're ill, or you're away, or even on a vacation, we're being very open about it. It's pretty easy. And we'll have honest elections, but the ruling, which a lot of people were waiting for, that was a ruling that was,
Okay, flying
I
guillotine.
think it was very detrimental to honest elections. But it is what it is. Basically, they're keeping it a little bit the way it is now. They may have a little bit of a restriction on it based on the word.
All right, y'all, we're going to keep on moving forward because you know how we do over here. You get 2 minutes of our time and you know we got to keep on moving forward. That is not who I think it is. Wait a minute. Haven't seen you in a while. Haven't seen my friend in a while. Everybody, shout out to Merck, M-Y-R-I, Merrick 336. Oh my God. Some of my people are finding us and coming back. Where you been? Where you been? Where you been? I tell you one thing, we appreciate the super chat. We all of our love, but actually hearing from you and seeing you and knowing that you're safe, that's another blessing in itself, you guys. Merck, how you doing? I'm so glad to hear from you. Haven't heard from you in a while. How's everybody else doing out there this morning? I'm seeing a lot of other people popping in. We're getting our emotion back. They're taking the venom off the channel. And yes, we're back to being who we're supposed to be. We reformatted the show, but guess what? We got a lot more to do. Uh-oh, uh-oh. I see a battle starting here. Jordan don't like that. Jordan don't like trying to be outdone. Be careful, you guys. Jordan don't play around when it comes down to making sure that he's got that lead role when it comes down to those super chats. Let's get on over to Texas, you guys. To be exact, let's talk about Houston. When I saw this, I said, man, I gotta show them this. Anytime I watch a video, I always like I'm talking about my friends. And people are like, who you talking about? Don't worry about it. I'm like, oh, I gotta show them this. Who are you talking about? Oh, don't worry about it. I'm about to tell you who I'm talking about because they got this crazy pill distribution situation that's going on. You guys, over 1 million poppers. That's right. Over 1 million were actually distributed in Texas, and all under the pretenses of it being legal. We're finding out a lot of fraud in many different categories, right? Let's find some D-rug fraud. Come on, y'all. Let's get on over to Houston and see what's going on with this situation here. You might not hear about this from anybody else but us.
This team is working tirelessly to take down fraudsters who steal from taxpayer-funded programs and prey on vulnerable Americans.
The Justice Department says it's the largest healthcare fraud crackdown in U.S. history. 455 defendants accused of schemes involving more than $6.5 billion in false claims. I'm off this week, but Waste Watch is on. Scammers ripping off you, the U.S. taxpayer. They have been hard at work, including here in Southeast Texas, particularly over in the Houston area.
Check this out, Lisa, because I know you out there, but you're not in Houston. But check out what they're doing in Southeast Texas. Check this out.
Prosecutors say one Houston area scheme billed more than $16 million to Texas Medicaid for mental health services that often weren't provided or weren't provided by proper licensed professionals. Another Texan allegedly collected $3 million by billing for physical therapy while patients watch TV, use their smartphones, or even exercise on their.
Thank you so much, Jordan. Do you guys hear what's going on here? $13 million. Now we got another $1 million while people just use their phone and we're supposed to be exercising. We got to pay attention to the sneaky theft right now. This is all of the money I'm talking about that could have helped us out in real areas. I got to bring that back real quick. Check this out. Check it out.
Billing for physical therapy while patients watch TV, use their smartphones, or even exercise on their own. Federal prosecutors also charged 3 people in what they describe as a Houston area pill mill, alleging cash-only clinics and a Conroe pharmacy helped distribute more than 3 million pills. We are talking about oxycodone and hydrocodone. But the biggest case in our area involves this nurse practitioner. Her name is Marizelle Yuki. DOJ alleges she generated more than $906 million in false Medicare and TRICARE claims by targeting elderly patients, including some in hospice. $594,000 Ferrari was purchased, one of 8 seized vehicles. That's an $865,000 Bulgari necklace. That's her wearing it on the.
No, let's get that right, man. That's not Bulgari, that's Bulgari. We got to go back right here because you guys, I don't know if you understand the level of fraud and how much money this lady stole. Check this out again. Hold on a minute.
Alleges she generated more than $906 million in false Medicare and TRICARE claims by targeting elderly patients, including some in hospice.
$906 million. When do you stop? Like, for real? Like, what kind of money do you need? Like, what are you going for? $1 billion?
$594,000 Ferrari was purchased, one of 8 seized vehicles. That's an $865,000 Bulgari necklace. That's her wearing it on the left. The list goes on. This is
Scooter Ginger said selling that purple drink like Kool-Aid out of that pharmacy.
a $4.6 million beach resort in the Philippines. There is a $3 million certificate
Turbo says she got more money than Eminem.
of deposit involved and more.
These schemes did not target government programs, they targeted the American taxpayer.
All of that money, you guys, and you really think I'm talking about the number that I'm saying is unbelievable? You think that what I'm saying is like unbelievable or unascertainable? With all of these billions, they turn into trillions. Now we put up 2 things. Let's put up one thing. Let's put up homelessness against all of that money collectively from everything that they found. That's what I'm saying.
So money from workers who pay taxes, from families who depend on Medicare and Medicaid.
But they always tell us, hey, we need you. Hey, Jelena. Hey, Jack. Hey, Scooter. Hey, Turbo. Hey, Chris. Hey, 55. Hey, Audrey. You know, Winter, we need your money to pave these roads. We need the money to keep our civil things going on. We got to have the trash people coming through here. We need your money. So that's why we tax you guys. You know what I'm saying? FICA, state tax. That's what we need this money for. Yeah, okay. Let's keep on going.
And from patients who trusted their healthcare professionals to be serving their health interests when it turns out they were just chasing money from our agencies.
These schemes stole money from Medicare and Medicaid programs funded by you, the taxpayer. Aaron.
Oh, you think I don't know about the trash? Tell them about it, Lisa Roy. How much do you pay for that garbage? I know if you live in Texas and you live in a house, you definitely pay about $3 to $5 on it every month to have a trash man come through, pick that up. Oh, you didn't think I had to deal with that too? Oh yeah, you look at that bill, you'd be like, wait a minute, what's going on with this? Especially if you live in an HOA, one of them other ones, you're paying more than $5. You think I'm lying? Ask someone like Lisa Roy, because I'm sure I'm even betting on it. How much do you pay to throw that garbage out? Any certain places when you look at your tax bill and when you look at your services and what you're paying for, you'll see it. It'll say like municipal or something like that, and then it'll say sanitation, $3 or $5, something like that. Different states. Telling you guys straight up and down. I know what I'm talking about. Let's keep on moving forward now. Let's go on over to Morocco because there was several arrests after what? They won. They won. You know how they be real happy after they won in the World Cup. Let's see what's going on with this celebration right here. Guy doing the burnout. That's the main part that I actually watched it for when I saw the guy doing the burnout on the motorcycle because you know I love motorcycles. So yeah, when I saw this, I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna play this video. Now, I did the same thing in the Rick Ross, 21 Savage, and Jasmine Sullivan video. It's called Outlaws. Check it out. Right on 21 Savage's verse, you're going to see your boy Boogotti on top of my motorcycle, like doing the big burnout. Yeah, I just go ahead and give myself a little bit of vanity points. I love motorcycles, you guys. Now, several have been arrested after a chaotic Morocco fan World Cup celebration. Not as bad as the Knicks, though, huh? They can't mess with our celebrations, y'all. Oh, please. We would have called that peaceful in New York, right, y'all? Let's keep on moving forward, double tapping that screen and get those likes up. We would have called that thing peaceful. We would have been like, hey, we just won the championship. Come on, take this bus. They crazy in New York. They was taking over UPS trucks and everything. If you were stupid enough to drive your work truck through that time when they were down there celebrating, you got what you was gonna get. They was taking over people's UPS trucks, FedEx trucks. You better have that truck closed. And if they wasn't getting inside of it, they was definitely climbing on top of it. Oh yeah. Come on now. The Knicks are the Knicks joint was out of hand, right? Right, MOP? That was what? That was peaceful protesting right there. You see the tears coming in my eyes. Those are the tears of truth. I'm serious about that one right there, boy. That was absolutely nothing. Let's keep on moving forward now because JFK, Newark, and New Jersey, I knew there was something about that airport. Now, I don't like to fly out of JFK because it's always been about $70 to $100. People don't understand when they say, "Oh, I'm coming over to Newark." I mean to New York. Okay, cool. Come on over to New York. But you try to tell somebody to pick you up in Newark, you do understand that's in New Jersey, right? So don't think that just because it sounds like New York that you're going to be getting picked up in Newark. That's right. Newark is New Jersey. You need to be trying to look at maybe JFK, I'm sorry, LaGuardia, or maybe another airline because you want to get on out there. If you're coming in through Newark, you can forget about it. This story here actually has to be about JFK. So what's going on over here is what? Two separate flights. Now that we've been watching these flights, right? Yesterday, one of the wingtips of one of those airplanes was coming up off the ground, 25 feet up off the ground in Qatar Air. Remember? You guys remember that? And thank you for all the love. I don't want to act like I don't notice that. I actually need that love and I use it. But let's get back to the topic. That big airliner was going up in the air, right? Doing a crazy belly go up, right? Then the next thing you know, it almost scraped the ground. Now we got two of them on two separate occasions. And what's going on now? I thought it was illegal to fly drones. We got drones crashing into different airplanes and different airlines as they're ascending and as they're coming in. Check this out, you guys. Two different situations here. Let's check out what's going on over at JFK Airport.
Two alarming incidents tonight, both reported at JFK Airport today alone. A JetBlue flight reporting it hit a drone at 3,000 feet while trying to land. Where that drone hit the plane. Also just in tonight, a helicopter pilot has now reported a very close call with a remote-controlled plane.
And he said the plane was huge, like one of those remote control planes, the really big ones that you fly up in like 500 feet, you take to a field or something like that. Well, yeah, this also happened too. Seems like a lot of this is happening in airspaces where they shouldn't be traveling in as well. Let's keep on moving forward.
Comes after a United pilot reported a near collision.
LaGuardia is a good one. That's mine. That's the one I like to take.
Covers aviation force.
I take LaGuardia.
As millions of Americans crisscross the U.S. for the 4th of July holiday, tonight a troubling incident in the skies involving a drone and a passenger jet.
We collided with a drone back there in the turn.
You said you collided?
Right above the cockpit.
Around 7:15 a.m., pilots of a JetBlue flight full of passengers from Las Vegas coming in for a landing at New York's JFK Airport believed they hit a drone at nearly 3,000 feet.
We don't need the assistance, we're just gonna go ahead and land.
We don't need any assistance. We're just going to go ahead and land. Then you wonder why those windows and that glass have to be so strong. You never know, just in case they crash into something because of the impact.
And just moments ago, a second incident at JFK, a helicopter pilot reported nearly colliding with a gigantic remote-controlled plane.
Almost ran into a gigantic RC airplane right over there.
Almost ran into a gigantic RC airplane. Now, what if it would have went for the motor? You guys know those motors are going to suck that thing in there, right? And what if, what if worse come to worse? You get what I'm saying here, right? They need to really pay attention to the airspace, really pay attention to it.
Just days ago on Friday, a dramatic and dangerous close call as the United pilot says they came within 100 feet of a drone while on descent at Newark.
We almost hit a drone right there about 100 feet below it.
Both planes landing safely, the FAA is now investigating. The alarming incidents come as many are set to travel this holiday, a terrifying incident playing out on a busy Miami runway.
You just crossed an active runway. Ultra A runway left. You just told me to cross the runway, sir. No, we could have married you at 461.
An American Airlines jet barreling down the runway at about 60 miles per hour, aborting takeoff after a business jet entered the runway without authorization, putting the two on a possible collision course. And David, a reminder here, you cannot fly a drone near an airport. It is incredibly dangerous. It can literally bring down a plane. Thankfully, this plane landed safely, and in fact, they did not find any damage on it, David.
Not only that, but in New York, it's illegal to fly drones. How do I know? I bought one like 7 years ago. Still got the darn thing. Can't do nothing with it. Meanwhile, look at what they're doing. Let's keep on moving forward. But after we get those prayers in the air, why? You guys know the deal, right? We don't only pray when bad things happen and we're trying to get some souls and stuff like that accomplished. What we also do over here is we pray for the missed situations and the only ones that could be taken care of by God stepping in. We call those miracles. Both of these situations right here could have went left any kind of way. Luckily, it didn't. So yes, Lord, we want to thank you for stepping in and making sure that those people were safe and making sure that nothing happened to the point where they got hurt. We understand miracles, and we do want to call those out, not only the times when we're asking for forgiveness and asking for you to help us out. Amen. Just keep on moving forward, you guys, and that's how you got to do it. You can't always thank them, say stuff about the bad times. You got to say thank you for the good times. So let's keep on moving forward because there's a dangerous situation that's supposed to be looming when it comes forward right here. Let's see what's going on with China and universities. You guys, you're not going to believe some of this information that we found out. Let's see what Maria was talking about when it comes down to this topic.
Yeah, but you recently introduced the Espionage Protection Act. It would amend the National Security Act of 1947, prohibit federal funding for intelligence programs at universities, which maintain contractual relationships with organizations tied to the CCP. This is very dangerous. Tell us more.
No, it's absolutely dangerous. I mean, you had the head of the chemistry department in Harvard, Charles Lieber, investigated and charged. And lo and behold, we find that the United States gave him $15 million for research, and he had a Chinese bank account. There's too many instances. There's scores of them across the country.
Wait a minute. Did you guys hear that? What you need a Chinese bank account for unless you're up to something? What's going on with all that? What's that about? You like the yen better than the US dollar? What's popping?
Organizations tied to the CCP. This is very dangerous. Tell us more.
Let's get those likes up, everybody. Come on now. Kendra, thank you for letting me know because I can't see it. We got 170 people up in here. Let's go ahead and get those likes up. We only got 97, which you guys are not appreciating the show. Come on, come on. Let us know that you appreciate the show. Yesterday, we had about 16,000 views, which is low to us, to be honest with you. But guess what? If everybody would have tapped that screen, we would have had 16,000 likes. You get what I'm saying here? How much does it cost you? It actually costs you nothing. We don't ask you guys for anything over here, to tell you the truth, because we also know that it's hard out here for a pimp when it's time to get the money for the rent. And it is the first. But what we would like for you to do is, if you're watching us on any sort of device, and if you got your hands free, not if you're listening, we want you to double tap that screen, because when you double tap that screen, it gets more people over here. Also, if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? We're on our way to 74,000 subscribers. All the way after that, we're going to be up to 100,000. And we need you guys all a part of it if you actually do appreciate the show. If you don't, I understand. But if you do think it's worthy and you do like what you're seeing so far, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell down there to let everybody know that we're on. Also, all of you people that are watching us after the fact, our bottom line, when the live is already over, go ahead. That's right. Hit that like button again, even if you're watching us after. It still counts. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go.
The chemistry department in Harvard, Charles Lieber, investigated and charged. And lo and behold, we find that the United States gave him $15 million for research, and he had a Chinese bank account. There's too many instances, there's scores of them across the country where Chinese students are coming over and stealing secrets, or they're co-opting American citizens. So if you're linked with the Confucius Institute, the Thousand Talents Program, or certain Chinese universities that are dominated by the CCP, you're no longer going to be eligible for funding from the intelligence community in this country.
Yeah, but I mean, how is it possible that if you're talking about the CCP undermining America over and over again from all ends, that we would be funding that to begin with?
People have been asleep at the switch. I mean, 20 years ago, well, I say 20 years ago, but there were many people that believed that if we can integrate economically with China, the world will be safer and there'll be a good play, there'll be a good actor on the world stage. That has proven to be completely false. And then you have people like Joe Biden, as recently a few years ago, saying that a strong and vibrant economic China is in the United States' best interest. No, it's not, because they are showing clearly that their intent is, global hegemony, and we have
and global dominance. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen and get those likes up, you guys. You heard what he said, that certain ones of the students are actually coming over here and taking secrets back over to the CCP. That's why they're making so much money. And after that, what are they doing? They're infecting and affecting actual other students. Like, hey, if you get down with us, I can get you paid too. Hard times in college right now, kid. That's the perfect place to go ahead and get some potential informants from, huh? Got to be careful out here nowadays. You got to really be careful. They're no longer funding those sorts of colleges, is what he's basically trying to say. That's nuts. Never thought about something like that. Never thought about it. I guess if we think about car companies going after students when they're coming out of college, why wouldn't other people try to do it? Right or wrong? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. We got to get on over to Texas. This time we're going over to Fort Worth. I don't know if I'm in your neck of the hood, but guess what? I used to actually live out in Texas. But we're going over to this neighborhood where we got this bully, a squatter. He gets pow because what he tried to do was he went over the top. Seems as if he was squatting in the neighborhood, getting on people's nerves. But this one particular day, he went over the top a little too far. What did he do? Grab a person, one of the residents there, had a machete. That's right, you guys. The blombo clot, like a Jamaican, had a machete and tried to act like he was going to hit the lady with it. And another neighbor came out and yes, pow in Dallas, Fort Worth. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen to get those likes up, you guys. Let's see some self-defense going down over here. How thou shall save my neighbor.
Fort Worth police say a neighbor shot and killed a man after he was seen dragging a woman down the street while carrying a machete.
Yeah, part of the scene was captured on surveillance cam.
You heard it, dragging a lady down the street with a machete.
It happened last night on Ross Avenue near Northwest 28th Street and Highway 287. Fox 4's David Santandri has more on the investigation.
That guy's been a pain in our since he's been here.
Home surveillance video shows a man pulling a woman to a neighborhood street near the Fort Worth Stockyards Sunday evening. Police say he was armed with a machete. You can see the man appears to be holding something before he goes off camera.
And we've seen him with that machete.
Police say the machete-wielding man was attacking the woman. She screamed for help. A neighbor tried to break up the fight, but police say the man with the machete approached the neighbor And that neighbor shot and killed the man.
We don't even know his name. We call him the squatter.
Neighbors say the man who was shot and killed stayed at this property off Ross Avenue. However, they labeled him as a squatter and say he never lived inside of this home, rather out back. One neighbor I was speaking with said she would regularly see him climb this makeshift ladder, hop over the fence to where he was staying.
The squatter has just been full of issues.
Police have not released names of anyone involved. Neighbors believe the woman is homeless. The neighbor who shot the man with the machete cooperated with detectives on scene.
Cooperated with the detectives. Wait a minute. Look at Audrey right there. It says that this is why if you're legally able to carry, good men and women, we need you to. What else you got? Not all heroes wear vapes. You mean capes. But sometimes they carry pistols. Top of the morning, sir. If you're enjoying the content, double tap that screen, please. Go ahead and double tap that screen and get those likes up. You guys see what's going on. Come on, y'all. Show some love to OG Kicks. What's good going on with the glare up? What you guys think about this case right here? This is kind of crazy. One thing I do know about Texas is a lot of times men will invite someone over to have a beer. Be careful about that, especially if you've been fooling around with their wives. Because there's a little law that's in Texas that I didn't know about, especially when you got your own property. That's what this reminded me of. Sometimes a man might offer you to come on and have a beer, and as soon as you get on his property, pow, 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 tat, 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 tat. Because there's a different kind of law in Texas where you can defend your land in different kind of ways, and you might be able to get away with it, especially if there's no witnesses. Hey, you came over here to pow pow, and 9 times out of 10, you may get away with it if it's on your lawn or your property. So be careful when someone that you don't know that good is offering you to have a beer at their house, because they may be trying to set you up. I learned this from an older OG. Didn't believe it. I was like, whoa, for real? Yeah, he said that's the way you do it. Be careful when somebody invites you over to their house. You might have been fooling with their wife. I'm thinking to myself, is that something that you probably got caught up in or something you did? Either way, not interested. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go.
No charges have been filed.
I'm upset that had to happen to my neighbor because, I mean, he has kids and a wife. No telling what they saw that shouldn't have. He's a good guy. He's a very nice guy.
And you think he saved that woman's life?
Yeah. Regardless of the type of life she lives, she's able to be there for another day of whatever it is she does.
As for the man who was killed,
He shouldn't be there. We're trying to keep that neighborhood nice. He's having homeless people, drug users go in and out over there. Now, we've reported him to the police. We've reported him to code compliance. Nothing has changed.
what sort of ruckus did he cause in the neighborhood?
I mean, outside of just being loud, walking around, hollering, screaming as he's going up and down, loud and screaming in the middle of the night, all hours of the night, random hours of the night, random hours of the day, just always screaming, yelling, drunk.
David Cententry, Fox 4 News.
Well, it doesn't sound like he was doing too much. You ain't think, I mean, well, he didn't, like how Pam from Martin would have said, he never stole from me, but at least he never stole from me. Well, yeah, I just want to pray for the guy because you never know. He probably was going through a lot of drug addiction. You never know if he had some sort of chemical imbalances or mental issues as well. I'm glad nobody was hurt and well, one person was hurt to the point where he lost his life, but at least the other lady was safe, and now the neighborhood is a little more safer now. Prayers up, you guys, prayers up. Amen. Let's keep on going. Let's get on over to Los Angeles, where California knows how to party. California, West Coast. That's right, you guys. Let's get on over to Los Angeles, where 2 people got pow during a naked bike ride through the downtown Los Angeles area. Don't be scared, you guys. They didn't really get pow with a boom boom. And it was during one of those type of events. What do you mean a naked ride through the downtown Los Angeles? They said some guy pulled up with all black with a scooter, and he started powing them with a pellet gun, with a BB gun. Let's see what's going on with this situation here. I guess he didn't want to get in too much trouble, but he didn't want to do too much.
And a bizarre and alarming scene in downtown LA this morning where 2 people were shot during a naked bike ride.
Talking about chase the rainbow, huh?
At about 11 a.m. near Temple in Alameda. Police say a male suspect dressed in all black and riding a scooter shot 2 people with a pellet gun. Both victims were treated at the scene for lacerations, but
He probably was like, "Oh, put your clothes on, pow pow," and they stopped.
were not hospitalized. The incident happened during the World Naked Bike, which was rolling through downtown at the time. No suspect was taken into custody.
Now that's officially the broken wristed click right there, boy. Think twice about coming out here looking like that. Homeboy looked like he was in his underwear. Like, don't nobody want to see that. Pow pow, two at a time. Get up out of here. You saw how they had him as soon as the video came on. Watch your head. He was like this, complaining or whatever. The next move that they was gonna do to put him in the vehicle was this: put their hand on top of his head and go like this. Watch your head. That's what he was gonna get. But oh my God, probably all the way to the precinct. He probably opened the window and went like this. Fist bump. I know you can't do nothing, homeboy, but yeah, good move. We'll get you out of here. You ain't gonna get in too much trouble. Let's go ahead and get on over to Virginia. This is going to be crazy work. This is serious, though. We got these first responders that raced to rescue a driver from a sinking car, you guys. My question is, how the hell you getting in this little river right here? Cry me a river. How you get in there, first of all? Now, come on now. I know you guys can double tap that screen to get those likes up because Kendra's already letting us know that we got enough people in here to get those likes up. It only costs you, actually, you know how much it costs? It's actually free. Oh, we're watching Boogotti right here. Boom, double tap that screen to get those likes up. Or if you did want to be really adventurous, you can go on and say, hey, let's get on over to Cash App. That's right, Cash App, and send Boogotti NYC double BOOGOTTI cash. That's right, you guys. There's actually zero on there now, but it should be more. That's right. We working over here. We got bills to pay just like everybody else. And big man up there, they don't need no dough. They get enough. You know what I'm saying? Every time you guys give us 5, they take 2 from us. So I just want you guys to know that. We'd rather do it a different way in the future. Let's keep on moving forward right now to get on over and see what's going on with these first responders. I don't know how this guy got in this lake, but he would probably be getting out of there and getting into some cuffs if he was failing a sobriety test. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Virginia first responders form a human chain to rescue a driver from a sinking car. I don't know how. Now, I don't know how deep this thing is. Now, the thing about it is, the more water goes into the motor, the more water is going to drag it down.
It's going down. He's got to get out. Come on out. Just watch yourself. Take your best. Take your best.
Just so you guys know, this is what actual first responders do. Good first responders that actually really care about people and are out there to save. A lot of people go without finding out about the stuff that they do. I thought it would be a good time to shine a light on the other things that police officers actually do to save people.
Too much weight. Come towards me. Come towards me. All right. Samantha's coming around to you. He's on that side. He's coming around. He's the front. It's going down.
They got one more person in the seatbelt. One person stuck in the seatbelt.
If the water gets out in there, it'll be careful. Make sure nobody else is in the car right now. Nobody else. Chief, that's everyone? That's everyone. Yep.
Woo! Yeah, y'all got her out of there, got her out of there. That's right, you guys. To the rescue. That's for the good guys right there that actually get things accomplished. The first responders, our firefighters, and yes, a lot of the police officers, they go unrewarded when it comes down to saving people like that. Luckily, they found out and they got them out of there. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Let's get on over to Washington because James Comer says, whoa, he's not playing games when it comes down to this NDAs and when it comes down to the Jeffrey Epstein monetary man. You know what I'm talking about? The billionaire who did not want to speak too much when it came down to Jeffrey Epstein. Well, guess what? Since you don't want to speak, boom, take these 2 subpoenas with you, says James Comer. Let's get into it, you guys. What's been going on with these billionaires that have been getting questioned when it comes down to the Jeffrey Epstein files? It ain't over. Come on, y'all. Let's go. Double tap that screen. Get those likes up. We got more to get into over here.
All right, we have concluded our first hour, the majority hour of the deposition with Leon Black. I have just issued 2 subpoenas to Mr. Black, one for all the NDAs that he is party to.
NDAs, non-disclosure agreements that he has with different women that they paid millions of dollars to settle claims for Jeffrey Epstein. Over $144 million. Now that we have one person that has something to do with it, why'd you do this? Why'd you put these NDAs together? How much are you involved in it? He didn't want to answer those questions. Now he got subpoenaed. His name is Leon Black, a billionaire.
And second, for a deposition on July 16th. So this is a result of refusing to answer specific questions about the NDAs and the terms. We believe that information is vital to our investigation. I will remind everyone that Mr. Black came in voluntarily, but they are refusing to disclose that. So I have issued the subpoena and we are handing it to him as we speak.
The subpoena is for him to appear again?
To appear for a deposition and for the NDAs.
Meaning they're going to break the NDAs, the disclosure part of the agreements. They want to break all of those disclosures and read what's actually inside of the NDAs and actually bring this information forward. Because you may have the files. They may have the files and not releasing them, but the NDAs actually go into more detail and all of the settlements of all of the money that Jeffrey Epstein paid to the victims of whoever signed a non-disclosure. Because once you take some money, you sign a non-disclosure that you're never going to talk about it again, or you can be brought up on lawsuits and stuff like that. So they're going to break these non-disclosures so that they can see what information is in there.
This subpoena is in hand at this second. It was delivered as I was walking out the door. His response was that he wasn't allowed to discuss the terms of the NDAs.
So anytime they ask him a question about a certain person, did you settle this case for Jeffrey Epstein? Were you a part of this? Well, I can't say that because I'm a part of the NDA. He's using the NDA to try to get out of talking about it. Now they want to break the NDA under subpoena. Okay, let's see what Garcia has to say about it because it looks like both parties are actually in agreement on this and on accord.
I just want to add that I actually want to say I completely support Chairman Comer's decision here. I think that Mr. Black is not answering questions about the NDAs. The NDAs are central to us understanding what actually happened. There are real accusations and there are survivors who have accused Mr. Black of horrific things. He gave Jeffrey Epstein approximately $150 million. We still do not know for what.
So he's implicated too in doing some stuff too. So of course he doesn't want to go against the NDAs because he's being accused in these NDAs. Finally got a billionaire on a spike, you guys. What's up? You guys feeling better about it now?
And so to issue subpoenas for those NDA and the documents and also for Mr. Black to appear under oath, answering questions and on video is incredibly important. So I just want to add that I completely support the chairman, completely support this this decision, and it's a way of getting all the information.
You talk to like legal precedents and make sure of this, and you guys during these interviews, but you haven't seen a point where you actually come out.
All right, let's get on over to Connecticut, New Britain, where we got this Power who's going crazy over there. Let's see what happened about this. We got a new body cam release showing moments leading up to the officer involved in this Power in New Britain. We're talking about Connecticut. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We go everywhere.
A chaotic chase ends with the suspect being shot by police, and we're getting a closer look at what unfolded from police body cam footage.
Let's get those likes up, you guys. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? We're getting closer to that part, you guys. That's right, the health and wellness section. We got a good one for you today. What's your attitude like? And we're going to work it out and see what it's like. We're going to see what your attitudes are like when it comes down to certain points and certain topics. Let's go.
Two people wearing masks took off when they saw officers prompting gunfire right in the middle of the day. Amanda Callahan is a reporter live at the New Britain Police Department with more on what this video now shows. Amanda.
72 males were arrested in connection with this shooting. One is a 17-year-old who was shot by a New Britain police officer. Now, what these videos don't show is footage from that officer who issued his firearm. That's because the Inspector General's report says that while he was trying to put his vest on, he jumped into action before he could, and that vest is what has the camera attached. Gunfire erupted in the parking lot near the Red Roof Inn in New Britain last Wednesday. New Britain police say the pursuit started when 911 calls came in for a shooting at a house on Union Street. Shortly after, more 911 calls for reports of two males wearing masks and acting suspicious near the TD Bank down the road. Once police tracked them down, the two took off, prompting the chase seen on the officers' body cameras. The two males took off on foot. One New Britain police officer riding a bike went after one suspect. It is shot. That man was identified as 18-year-old Osane Gale. He faced a judge last week. Police say the other masked suspect is a 17-year-old boy from New Britain. A detective wearing plain clothes pursued him in the parking lot on Herald Square. Police say the teen shot at the detective first, who then fired back several times. That teen is expected to recover, but those moments not visible on the body camera footage. The video shows the detective trying to put his vest on before the officers start to pursue on foot.
Crazy, right?
Law enforcement analyst Paul Vance says those moments were crucial.
His responsibility was to respond to the scene. Yes, if he had time to put his vest on with his camera, that would have been beneficial for his own protection, quite frankly, because you're looking at a situation involving a weapon that's been fired.
Vance's body-worn cameras are only a small piece of these investigations, and they're also relatively new here in Connecticut.
You're right about that 55. The NDAs did not protect Trump. Why would they protect any Epstein creepazoids? You're right about that. I don't think that they should be able to, too. I think that they should be able to crumble them up and get them out of there. You just answered your own question. That's right. It's like living in a war zone. That's right. What's that? Got took down by a mountain bike. Yo, you saw that Turbo Munch? Homie got took down by a mountain biker. He gonna be like, yo, how you, what happened to you, son? What y'all was doing? Man, we was over at the TD Bank about to get right. What y'all was doing? Oh man, we was about to strike gold, man, waiting for that Brinks truck to come through. Oh, and they saw y'all? Yeah, man, they came over there and how you got taken down? Man, I had about 4 or 5 cars on me, man. What happened to you? Oh, mountain bike. Huh? What happened to you? Oh, it was on a mountain bike. What happened? Oh, it was a mountain bike, man. Mountain bike. Got a police officer on the mountain bike caught me. What? You got caught by a mountain bike rider? Man, get your punk ass in the corner. That's what you mean by that, right? Let's keep on moving forward and double tap that screen to get those likes up, you guys. Yeah, well, that's gonna be one of the least of his worries when it come down to those charges. Let's get on over to Philadelphia, following up on the earlier report. Well, what's this? What Nate mentioned, the serial killer. Oh, Ted Bundy. I remember this guy right here. Remember he had all types of stuff in his house? All sorts of boom and different stuff, contraptions and different things, to the point where they had to set up a central command outside of his house. This was last week. Let's follow up on this because they had the nerve to say that they went inside of there and found a letter that was what? Identified as linked to Ted Bundy. Come on, y'all. Let's see what they're talking about with this right here.
On Eyewitness News at noon, a major.
No. Wait a minute. No. That ain't the one. That ain't the one. We're the one with this one right here. This one.
We turn now to the investigation in Philadelphia, drawing national attention. Evidence found at a home in the Olney section last Friday is being tested and analyzed after police found chemicals, ammunition, and drugs. And now we've learned about a disturbing handwritten note. Philadelphia police say the search is complete and there's no danger to neighbors. However,
Now you know you got a problem when they got a central command post set up outside your crib. They was going through everything, all sorts of arm equipment and liquids and wiring and computer stuff. He had it ready to go, y'all.
officers are still holding the scene on the 400 block of West 2 Avenue in case they need to re-enter the property to collect more evidence. Now, the man who lives there, 44-year-old Eugene Horst, remains in custody on
Talking about Breaking Bad.
drugs and firearms charges. Documents obtained by Action News show that zip ties were also discovered at the home, as well as a handwritten note that mentions serial killer Ted Bundy, as well as ways to dispose of trash. Authorities say the note didn't have a signature. We turn.
All right, let's keep on going. I guess he was inspired by situations like that, which is never cool. Why would you be why would you want to be inspired by something like that? Come on, Florida, come to the front of the stage. And if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? This is our bottom line. As you can see, we go everywhere. Countries, cities, states, no holds barred. You want your city to premiere up here? All you got to do is show the flag or let us know what city or country you're in. Yeah, let's keep on going, you guys. Let's keep going. And luckily, they got to him. And thank the Lord again that we got to him early in time before he can do something even worse. Let's go. Let's get on over to Florida. We got these drug trafficking enterprise that's been dismantled in a coordinated Florida raids. I'm talking about, you know how they go at 5 different locations at one time, waking you up at 3 o'clock in the morning to the point where when you do get you still got the coal in your eyes and you're falling asleep to the officer saying, get over here, move over here. Yeah, they was real tired, you guys. But I bet you they woke up once that cold steel got on their wrists. How we say it, you guys? Watch your head. Let's go. Let's get on over here and see what's going on with this new situation over here.
Your criminal enterprise has been dismantled in Volusia County after several agencies served search warrants early this morning.
They woke them up like silver bracelets, silver bracelets. They're one size fits all for everybody. Don't wake up. We're gonna be able to cuff you while you're still sleeping.
It's a story you'll see only on 9. Good afternoon to you. I'm Alexa Lorenzo. Channel 9 Volusia County reporter Demi Johnson rode along with the sheriff's office as the SWAT team raided a church. She's live in Holly Hill outside that church this afternoon. And Demi, this investigation is part of a federal wiretap.
No holds barred. They stashing it in the church now, y'all. Let's go.
Alexa, this is actually an operation we got involved in 2 years ago with the Daytona Beach Police Department. It was called Operation Icebreaker. And what happened this morning is part 2 of that operation, but it now involves the Volusia Sheriff's Office, multiple SWAT teams from different counties, the FBI, and FDLE. And only our cameras were there as the Sheriff's Office raided this church this morning. Take a look.
You know you going to jail when all of them different agencies is behind you. Lord have mercy. You got state and federal charges. I'm talking about, them joints gonna be on tight. They might as well put 2 sets on you. One silver for state and one black for fed. Oh my God, they going down. You start busting out windows, throwing stuff in there. Boom! They don't care who up in there. Flash bang. How you doing? Good morning. Imagine being woke up like that at 4 o'clock in the morning. Boom! He just disheveled.
And the sheriff tells us the pastor of the Greatest Harvest Ministries in Holly Hill is actually related to these gang members who are using the church to run a drug operation. This was just one location hit this morning.
Look at these 2 right here. They still sleep. They got the cuffs on them. They're sleeping on the edge of the porch, y'all. Then they're gonna realize, man, we arrested. I bet you they wake up then. Need some Folgers in your cup? The worst part of waking up is getting cuffed up. Don't feel bad for them. Hell with them.
Daytona Beach police served 5 search warrants.
And they got a youngster, y'all.
And the sheriff's office served another 5. Both the sheriff and Daytona Beach Police Chief Jakar Young say the more than 50 suspects from this gang are involved in multiple shootings and overdose deaths all across Volusia County.
They're using it for the cover of their cutthroat killer gang that we know from investigation over the past year that this was where they were storing their dope and their guns.
Extremely dangerous, violent criminals, pushing dope, fentanyl, crack, you name it, they're pushing it.
Damn.
And you're looking live.
Again, when they set up a central command at your crib, you ain't getting out no time soon. This means we have to, you got so much shit, we gotta process it, fam. We caught everything.
Right now, some of those investigators going through evidence seized inside of this house. Investigators tell us this gang was actually responsible for a shooting at Buc-ee's just 2 weeks ago. Law enforcement at this hour still working to take, again, more than 50 people into custody involved in this operation. We will have much more from you, including some of the people involved and their charges, coming up starting on Eyewitness News.
Yep, we're gonna keep you guys posted too. This is gonna be a long case right here. They're talking about 50 more people that's gonna get those silver bracelets. Silver bracelets, they're one size fits all for everybody. Watch your head. Y'all guys know how it is. You've been there before, maybe, or maybe you have not been. Maybe a misdemeanor or a felony or something like that. When you're in the back of that squad car and you're looking at that Chinese restaurant over there, like that pizza shop over there is just looking so crispy. Even that little chihuahua right there is living bigger than you right now, right? So you know what, guys? Don't get caught up and don't let it be you. Stay out of trouble and stay on the right path. Let's keep on moving forward right now. Let's get on over to New York. And if I can make it there, I'll make it. Boom, boom. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. Because you know we the champions, right? I got to just rub that in a little bit. Just rub it in a little bit. Yeah, let's keep on going forward. We got to get on over to the Bronx, where a DA announces major gang takedown after a string of pow-pows. This is crazy, and it's really going down in the Bronx, you guys. This neighborhood over here, I'm glad they're actually starting to get through. And another thing I want to say to Kathy Jokel Hochul and Commissioner Tish, stop lying. Stop shaving the numbers and tell the truth.
This 13-month investigation, known as Operation Red Zone, exposed what they described as a network of gang members driving gun violence across the South Bronx. Investigators say many of those accused are just teenagers, some not even old enough to drive.
They call them ninjas. They act the same way that they act on PS5. They go in the game and be doing crazy stuff. Then they dress just like the game and they come out into the real world. And they be on demon time. Y'all ever hear that before? They be on demon time. Don't know nothing about the book, about the Lord, about the Savior, about the rapture, about life, about love. None of that. But they'll send you on their demon time if you're messing around with them. Yo, OG, what's up with all that, man? Yo, OG. When they're doing that, don't even try to talk to them. Don't go out there trying to, you can't help everybody is what I'm trying to say. I always say it here. Give us a product and then we can welcome them into the village. But if you don't give us a product, they're going to be outside the village just like these. And then you're going to be saying, my baby wasn't like that. Free little leak. And having t-shirts on your front talking about free such and such. Nowadays, I'd be like, what did such and such do before I put that t-shirt on?
We are here for the latest chapter of relentless tragedy of youth violence in the Bronx.
On Monday afternoon, Bronx District Attorney Darcel Clark announcing charges against 19 alleged gang members accused of terrorizing South Bronx neighborhoods. Surveillance video shows some of the violent shootings, with alleged gunmen using city bikes for quick getaways. Investigators say 4 rival gangs were responsible for 13 shootings.
I wonder if that's a good commercial for Citibank. Oh, because you do know the City Bike is City Bank. Just letting you guys know that. So is that a good commercial for City Bike? Oh, you want to see it again in slow motion or with another one? Because guess what? This seems like the common thing that they do. Don't got a way to get around and pow somebody? Get a City Bike.
Leaving 4 innocent bystanders injured. This 13-month investigation, known as Operation Red Zone, zeroed in on the members of McKillville, DTH, OT3, and the FOE street crews.
These were among the 12 guns recovered during the investigation. Investigators say gang members planned attacks through text messages, shared weapons, and even used social
I remember this one. Hold on a minute. We got another skip coming. I almost caught me on that one.
media to boast about the violence.
In the video surveillance, a mother and her young son were getting into their car and they experienced the shots flying over them.
I'm going to let you guys get this, but I got to cover this other area, and I wanted you guys to see the rest of this. I don't want us to get caught up again. But the information is very important, what you just heard us say.
Surveillance. A mother and her young son were getting into their car and they experienced the shots flying over them. And you could see the panic on her face.
Prosecutors say many of those charged were between just 14 and 17 years old. Legal weapon possession
Gang
to carry out the shoot, recruited younger members to carry out.
This is very important right here because we experienced this as young children ourselves. And I'm exposing this because I want you guys to know the truth about what they do out there, what older OGs do, what older Gills-Nang members do, and what older pieces of crap do. They look at your child and your son and your daughter as, even if I'm not going to do anything to them myself, maybe I can put the pack in their hands, the D-Rug. Maybe I can give them the pow. Because if I give it to them and they get locked up, they'll get right back out. They're still a juvenile. That's what they do in these neighborhoods when you have pieces of crap that's trying to run, organize in situations like this and trying to get patted themselves away. I was a victim of that with myself. Seeing it actually, not actually being a part of it, but I saw a lot of older OGs. Yo, he 15 years old. Yo, let him go because they ain't going to do nothing to him if he get caught. They do that because they know that the youngster is not going to get in that much trouble. Just keep on going, y'all.
Investigators say older gang leaders recruited younger members to carry out the shootings.
The 28-year-old leader of the McKillville gang out of the McKinley houses ordered his boys to shoot rivals, to be risk takers. And they did so to be elevated in the gang and to win their leader's favor.
Investigators say this takedown marks a major step in their efforts to stop gang violence from continuing to endanger Bronx communities.
This takedown is significant in our efforts to address the gang violence that is.
So yeah, Kathy Jokel, Hochul, and all that, Commissioner Tish and all of them, I know you guys remember that time when they were up there talking about police, crime is down, throw up face. Crime is down in New York right now. And we've been doing a lot of effort. You know what I'm talking about, right? Commissioner Tish, look like her neck just threw up and just got stuck in one position. Yeah, crime is down right now. Then you got all of these other people in different state assemblymen in the Bronx like, did you guys count the Bronx? Did you guys count over here? Oh, no, we counted it. Yeah, you know how they counted it, you guys? They reclassified it. You can have a pow and do something. They're not going to put it down as a pow. They're going to put it down as an assault. So it makes it look a little different. If we really knew what the numbers were, your head to spin. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's get on over to Philadelphia and make sure that you're staying calm out here because you know what's coming up? July the 4th. We got a couple of days coming up. It's going to be hot in a lot of places. Don't let it get too hot up under your collar where you get mad and do something like this. We got 3 that are injured after a pow-powing over a dispute over fireworks in Philadelphia, in Brewery Town, in that section, you guys. Be very careful. Think about, let's say, Monday on July the 4th. Think about another day after the day that you're actually being president. Meaning, look forward to the future so that you can possibly make it there. Let's keep on going, you guys. Double tap that screen. Be careful out there, too.
Following that breaking news overnight, a dispute over fireworks in Brewery Town led to a shooting there. 3 people were injured when someone upset over the pre-July 4th festivities brought a gun outside and fired. Action News reporter Corey Davis is live from police headquarters in Philadelphia this morning with the details on what happened here. Corey?
Watch.
Good
Morning. Someone fired shots back. So this essentially turned into a shootout over fireworks during that dispute where 3 people were left injured in that shooting. Take a look there at video. The action cam was out there during all of this, during at the scene on North Newkirk Street at Oxford.
Not gonna always run into somebody that's like level-headed. You're not gonna always run into somebody that's understanding you. Sometimes you gotta, take the fall back. You think, oh, I lost this argument. Yeah, you lost the argument, but you saved your own life. And to be honest with you, a lot of times when you lose arguments with situations, it gets handled from the next or the second or the third or fourth argument or situation with that person. You don't have to be the one that to have to deal with it.
Street in Brewery Town, where police tell us more than a dozen shots were fired. That's where police say someone came out of their house at around 1 o'clock this morning and started arguing with 3 people who were setting off fireworks. That neighbor who was upset shot those people, and then another neighbor came outside. Hey, yo, what y'all doing over here, man? Y'all need to shut that down. Hey, yo, shut the F up, OG. Oh, yeah. Rambro, a force of freedom. Yeah, he turned into Rambro on him, huh? And fired shots back, striking a house. So in all, 2 of the victims are in their 20s, another in his 50s. Their injuries include gunshot wounds to the knee, chest, and back. At this hour, no word yet on any arrests, so we will stay on top of developing. Telling you guys, think about it first. You know what I'm saying? If anything, snitch. Don't do something that you're not normally used to. Hey, yo, it's some people over here. They over there with the fireworks, right? Well, how do they look? One has on the white shirt. One got on the blue jeans and the Air Force Ones. Another one got the blah, blah, blah on. Yeah, you guys need to get over here real quick. Do that first. Don't tell nobody. Just call yourself a snitch for a minute. Go ahead and tell on them. Don't go out there messing with people. I had to tell myself that too. Yes, how do I know these songs? Because I hear them all damn day. All day. But you know what? I've come up with a method. And I guess my neighborhood is like, hey, you better turn that down because you're going to be able to blast it for about 3 minutes because you know what's coming after that. Woo, 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 woo. Call me what you want. Sometime you got to train your own neighborhood. Yeah, you want to know about that? That's a whole separate video. But all I'm trying to tell you guys is call the police straight up and down. And why are you calling them one time and using your same number and the same name every time? Because you know they're only going to respond to one person. What about Rick? What about John? What about Sarah? They're all pissed too. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right? Get them over there. I'll get in trouble for the stuff I'll tell you guys on my side. I can't tell you that stuff, but yeah, go ahead and pick up the phone. Pick up that phone and don't be on some, oh yeah, well, no, you gotta be on some serious stuff about this. Look here, I've been dealing with this for such and such. You know, I got my baby right at the front window. I can't do nothing but hear boom, boom, boom. Is it possible for us to get some sleep tonight? We appreciate that you're fantastic officers, and we know that you guys are out there dealing with a lot. We understand that, but we really would appreciate it if you guys can take the time out of your day when you get a chance to come over here and deal with these people. And honestly, don't tell them that we called or whatever, but try to give them a fine too, because that'll really give them a incentive to shut it down. If you guys don't call and if you're not collective on the block, you got this person calling, got that person calling, after a while they're gonna be like, yo man, we getting too many calls about you, bro. We're gonna have to shut this whole thing down. You gotta get active. You can't just be in the house talking about, damn that music loud. Can you hear this? Making TikTok videos and all of that. Get active. But don't go out there talking about, yo man, I've been hearing this all day, bro. Can you possibly turn that down? Oh, the Moreno talking all of the crap about the music. No disrespect, fam. I'm just asking you because it's been loud since 7 o'clock this morning. Okay, you, Moreno, get the fuck out of here. Oh, for real? Then you walk up the block and then you get mad because it's still going. And then you just happen to come back and grab the speaker, Hulk smash, and then they want to try to jump on you and then you, what's the problem? Oh, La Moreno's crazy. Moreno's not crazy. I knew what y'all was going to try to do. Don't be like that. Bad example. That was me. Don't do it. Just mind your business and pick up the phone. Let them come deal with it. Call a couple of times. After a while, they'll get a fine. They'll take the speaker and you won't have no beef. And don't leave your name. Walk up the block like this.
Don't get involved. Pick up the phone. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen. That was a long intro, but hey, I had some more information to tell you, and hopefully you guys got some jewels out of that. Let's get on over to Milwaukee. We got a school inferno, which started at 5:30 a.m., sending dozens of crews out to respond. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen and get involved, you guys. And I'm not even trying to be funny. You got a neighbor to have a problem with it. Did you call the police? Oh yeah, we really gonna need to start calling the police about this noise, because I know you might not be whatever, but we're gonna need more. Oh yeah, Harriet, did you call? Yeah, you need to call too, and might have to call again. You send a text message. You gonna call. When they get those calls, they'll do it. They're gonna come out there and get you out of there. 311. Use the damn phone and stop making excuses. I be seeing all these TikTok people be like in their house 3 o'clock in the morning talking about, can you believe this? I can't get any sleep. Shit, I would have been lullaby and good night. You know why? Because I start calling at 9 o'clock. Oh yeah, I already know what they're about to do. Preemptive calls. Wait a minute. They come up the block. What? Did I hear a bump on a thumb? If I hear a thun or boom, boom, it's on. I'm not even playing with you. I'd rather have them come before, as soon as it's about to start, they're like, damn, man, as soon as we do something over here. Exactly. You got to train the neighborhood. Think I'm lying. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. See what's going on over here in Milwaukee. You don't hear nothing out there, do you? Exactly. Let's go. You got to lead by example.
Fighters battling a 5-alarm fire at Lincoln Avenue School near 18th and Lincoln in Milwaukee.
Easy Money Fleming is live on the scene this morning where huge clouds of smoke and flames are still coming from that building.
Imani, you spoke exclusively with Milwaukee Fire Chief Aaron Lipsky just a short time ago.
I did, Mallory. It's almost hard to wrap your head around how massive this fire really is. This is unbelievable. There are people watching in their balconies on these homes right next to the school. Right.
I'd rather have those type of people like, yo, bro, don't even turn it loud, bro, because you know police is coming. And if they're doing something illegal, they're definitely not going to want the police. Because you know, a lot of times people do illegal things and they blast music to get the crowd to come. You got to use it against them. It's mental mind work, you guys.
Now in complete shock. There's fire burning on the roof, on the first floor, on the second floor, the basement, the entire building. Right.
Sad situation as a school, books. When you're a kid, you're like, yay, the school's on fire. But you're not really realizing, damn, our school is on fire. Yeah, sad situation here.
Now is on fire. The chief says the extreme heat is a major concern, and 100 firefighters are here working hard. And this fire is so massive.
Milwaukee.
So much we're seeing
Milwaukee.
in terms of the flames and the smoke. I want to tell you that the fire alarm for this went off.
I like that. Thanks for teaching us that. Turbo Munch says white smoke equals zero accelerant. That means that there was no gas or anything like that that accelerated this fire, is what you're saying?
Just before 3 o'clock this morning. And there was one security guard here who was checking on that alarm when firefighters first got here. Right now, this is an exterior fight. Firefighters cannot, and they say they will not go inside while this building is burning. Firefighters tried to put it out from the inside at first, but they were stopped by things stored in the hallway, like burning furniture. Of course, this is a school, right? Elementary school. There are probably desks and chairs on fire in the hallways. This fire was a 5-alarm fire by 4:30 this morning. We did speak to the chief exclusively on.
That's books and all types of desks and wood and all types of stuff. That's why it's going like that, and it's so intense because of what's actually accelerating that fire. I feel so sad for the children, for them, like for their books and for their classes and all of that stuff. Let's hope for the best of all of that. But you guys know that that looks like a 100% loss right there. And let's hope that those kids can get sent to another school. Hopefully they may be able to get some money to redo the school and renovate and get some donations for books and things like that. But that's going to be a lot of work right there, you guys, in Milwaukee. A lot of education, a lot of tests, a lot of teachers, people that were relying on the school. Think about how many kids actually utilize the school lunches to have balanced meals and to have at least that one definite meal every day. Things like that are things that we don't realize and we don't look out for. That teacher that makes sure that your tie is straight or make sure that your hair is done and stuff like that. You gotta really appreciate the little things, people. You're already a millionaire. Appreciate the little things. I want to pray for everybody out there that's affected, and I hope that they get themselves back on track. And I'm praying that no one got hurt in this situation as well. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to M. Crooked letter I. That's right. We're going over to Mississippi, y'all. Tragedy in Jackson. We got a situation where 4 victims lost their lives in a Jackson triple homicide. Sad situation right here, you guys. Sad. Babies and the mothers. I don't even know how to put this one together. I said, I'm just going to show it to them.
The Hinds County coroner has identified the 3 victims killed in Saturday night's triple homicide in Jackson. The victims are identified as 25-year-old Kiana Weathersby, her
And this baby right here, too.
2-year-old son, Kamari Gibbons, and 30-year-old Erica Weathersby, Kiana's sister and the child's aunt. Jackson police say the 3 were found shot multiple times inside a home on Queen Alexandria Lane just after 9:15 Saturday night. Investigators say a red 2020 Mitsubishi Mirage belonging to one of the victims was taken from the scene. The vehicle has since been recovered. It was recovered at Manhattan Park in North Jackson. Neighbors say the violence has just shaken the community, with one father saying the tragedy has left families questioning whether it's safe for their children to even play outside.
It's heartbreaking, Bob. It's heartbreaking because I'm a father of 11. I got 11 children here, and I let them come outside and play on this very street where they was running up and down, shooting and killing them. It's sad. It's real sad. You know, we left Chicago to get away from all of this kind of stuff. Not to come down here, and now you can't even have your children playing outside because they want to rob and steal and kill. It's terrible, though. My heart goes out to the victims. I just can't even imagine.
Anyone with information is urged to contact the Jackson Police Department or Crime Stoppers. The Hinds County coroner has identified.
Sad situation right there, you guys. That was a bad one right there. I want to get those prayers in the air for all 4 of those people. The baby that lost his life as well. Want to pray for their souls, their family, for everybody affected by this situation. The entire community seems like they're taking it bad on this one, you guys. Want to definitely pray for them and pray that they rest in peace. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. That was bad. Let's go ahead and double tap that screen. Let's get those subscribers up as well, you guys. Hit that like button. Wait a minute. Let me see what's going on over here. I ain't getting nothing yet, but oh, we got a cash app that came in. Who we gonna say some shout out some love to over here? Who we gonna show some love to over here? Who we got love for? Yoli and Richards. Yoli Ann, thank you so much, because she got 5 on it. That's right, we appreciate it. Reply, hit it with the love, because so many people use your name in vain. That's right, you guys. Thank you guys for all of the support and everything that you guys always do. That's right, Cash App is, that's right, $ Boogotti, BOOGOTTI, cash. We working hard for you guys and we appreciate it, just to keep it out of these guys' hands. Super chats, they get a cut. Over there, they don't. Understand it. Let's keep on moving forward. Now, can we save some people some money here? Is it possible to save some people some money here? How about saving your your engine, I'm sorry. Don't take your cars, allegedly, to take 5. If you've ever got to take 5 that's around your house and around your vicinity, we got a little warning coming up for you guys right now. Now, I don't want to get sued for this, but I will put companies on blast when it comes down to taking our cash and hurting different people. One person want to go get their BMW fixed. Next thing you know, it's all messed up. She can't even drive it. Another lady needs her car to get fixed. They take her motor out of her car and put it in her back seat. She ain't drive that car in 2 months. Come on, y'all, be careful of these Take 5 locations.
County woman's car engine is sitting in her backseat. She says a bad oil change destroyed it. It happened at the Take 5 on Thornton Road. That's the same place consumer investigator Justin Gray was earlier this month for the same kind of complaint. And Justin is live there now with some new developments.
Yeah, George, we know the national brands, the brands like Take 5 here.
Be careful, because even though they national, those are independent owners. Just because they got that top up there, those are independent owners. Just like Kentucky Fried, Dunkin' Donuts, a lot of those guys are franchises.
But if something goes wrong, it's not that recognizable brand, their corporate office you're going to be dealing with. It's the local owner, the local franchise owner who you'll be fighting with over that money. What's in your back seat?
My engine, part of my car.
It doesn't take a mechanic to now see that John Johnston McLaughlin's 2019 Jeep Grand.
How you know I want all that oil and that messed up stuff on my back seat like that? I mean, what's going on?
and Cherokee is undrivable.
What they pulled out.
Look at G-Man said they ripped me off.
Sci-fi movie.
You can see the engine damage.
Look at that. G-Man said that they ripped you off. You serious? You already dealt with them before? Let's keep on going.
In these pictures and the piece of a towel mechanics found inside. Justin McLaughlin believes the damage.
Let's get those likes up, y'all. Let's get those likes up.
When she says an oil pan wasn't properly replaced during a routine oil change.
The manager told me that I forfeited the warranty that is on a contract of a oil change because I did not bring it back to them.
Earlier this month, we introduced you to Regina Lee. The engine in her 2023 BMW X3 was destroyed after a Take 5 oil change at the same Douglas County location when the oil drain plugs were not properly reinstalled.
I just want them to take full accountability for the mistakes. That's all.
Go out there and bust your butt to get you a car. You need to get repairs, and they make it worse.
You go with a big name brand like Take 5. Our Channel 2 consumer advisor Clark Howard says you actually will be dealing with the local franchise owner if things go wrong. You're dependent on that individual store and that store owner to do right by you. And the big company is like, we wash our hands of.
Money Tree, are you serious? They lost your dipstick. Somebody else says, oh my God, I would just die. They stole my catalytic converter. Are you serious or just trolling right now, Dalma? You serious? Y'all can't be serious about this stuff because I know you, Money Tree. You real. Like, are you for real?
Since our last story, the owner of this Take 5 location emailed Regina Lee. Quote,
That didn't sound right.
"You were just settling the mess. Our mistake has put you in." But he also refused to
That didn't sound right, Money Tree. You must have been trolling.
increase the amount you would pay toward a new engine, telling Lee he, quote, wasn't thrilled to do so when you decided it would be a smart move to go to the media and tarnish our business's reputation.
Ooh, so that's retaliation right there. Well, that's retaliation.
Lee, he, quote, wasn't thrilled to do so when you decided it would be a smart move to go to the media and tarnish our business's reputation. That owner also emailed me that, quote, taking care of a guest that has a genuine concern or complaint is absolutely our responsibility, but there is a line between that and those that want to try and game the system. Justin McLaughlin just needs transportation.
It's a big burden. I'm not able to go to work. I have no car. I've been Ubering.
Now, the vice president of the Chinara group that owns this location had told me he'd do an interview, but when I tried to set that up, he did not respond. Now, Clark says instead of going to these national chains, what he recommends is you develop a relationship with a local mechanic.
That's what I would do too, because these guys are hiding under the cloak of the national chain with that, and they could be just as trash, just as trash. Let's be careful out there with your vehicles, you guys. And also make sure you check your brakes. Make sure that you do have, let's say, what's that oil that they put inside of the car to make sure that you can drive right? I forgot the name of it because I have to use it in my motorcycle too. Actually help you lift the bike up and that helps it drive straighter. Long story short, make sure that your cars are straight. Check those wheels, air pressure. Make sure that you got those airbags in there. Check everything when you leave as much as you can. I know you're not a mechanic, so you can't get under the hood and check the chassis and the motor and stuff like that. But as soon as you find something going on, most of the time after you leave one of those chains, you might want to stop early as possible, because as soon as you can get it remedied will be the possibility of you saving more money. The longer you run on a vehicle that's getting worse, the more money you're going to be inclined to pay. And yes, I do recommend finding a local trusted mechanic, somebody that's really serious about their work, that you can see that they really do their thing. Some of them actually sell cars on the side and they care about their cars. Try to find a mechanic like that. The hydraulic fluid. Thank you so much, Dilly Dilly. Hydraulic fluid. Please make sure that you guys got your hydraulic fluid. And this is the one I was talking about. Brake fluid. The brake fluid. Brake fluid is very important. Have to use that on motorcycles too. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's get on over to Seminole County. That's what you're looking at behind us. Yesterday it was a crocodile. So how does it go? See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Well, guess what? Now we got a situation with an alligator. Florida, Seminole County, deadly alligator attack, kills a woman. Yesterday was a man in Mexico. Today it's in Seminole County. She was swimming in a local pond or local lake, and she got attacked by an alligator.
Welcome back here on Live Now from Fox, 7:15 on the East Coast and 4:15 on the West Coast. My name is Josh Breslow, and I'll be here for the next several hours as we break down all of your top stories and live events from across the country and the world. Now, we always check in with our Fox affiliates across the country for a look at the stories that they're
Boogalligator.
right now. I want to head over to Central Florida. That's where a woman is dead after an alligator attack as she swam in a river in Seminole County, that's outside of Orlando. And this is the third reported alligator attack in Florida over just the last week.
Be careful. I'm not reporting these alligator and crocodile cases for no reason. They're out there acting up. It's hot outside. They want to come outside too. They're going to be sunning. They're going to be on the roads. If you drive a motorcycle, be careful because you could hit one that's out there trying to get in the sun. Trucks, cars. Yes, you guys know how it is. They're out there trying to get hot right in the sun, and they do it a lot in the evening.
Others involving a child and a snorkeler. I want to bring in Amanda Ruiz over at our Fox 35 Orlando team. She is on the ground following all of the latest details. And Amanda, a very tragic story here.
We understand, Angel. Sometimes your boss can be an a-hole. We get it.
Good morning, Josh. That is correct. And people who live around this area, they tell me that they are extremely heartbroken to
Somebody says these alligators are tired of people's crap.
hear the details of this incident, but let me tell you, they honestly, they say they're not surprised to hear that an alligator was involved in this case because
Again, you guys, let's go ahead and double tap that screen and get those likes up. We know that there's a lot more people here that's showing up. And again, if you're watching the show after the show, you can hit that like button too. You don't got to just hit it while we're live. You can hit it while right after. Double tap that screen, get those likes up. Let's see how we're going to do this, you guys. Let's check that phone again. Let's see what we got going on over here. How are we going to do that? Okay, we've replied to that. And thank you so much. Okay, well, how are we going to do this, you guys? We're going to take that phone. We're going to be looking at Boogotti NYC, the #1 host and the #1 show on YouTube with the #1 co-host, because I damn sure couldn't do it without you guys. You guys keep the ball in the air, and I really appreciate you. Now we're going to be looking at the show. We're just going boom, boom, double tap that screen. And that's the only thing that you have to do in order to get the likes up. If you want to subscribe to get us that much closer to that $100,000, $100,000 would be nice. 100,000 subscriber mark. It's free. And all you got to do is hit that subscribe button right down there, you guys, and we appreciate you. Again, you don't have to hit it while you're here. You can watch after, because we found out that people actually watch our show during the day afterward. Yep, I've actually watched it a couple of times myself. Let me know it was a pretty good show. We got to get into it, you guys. You know why I'm taking a long time? You know why I'm doing this? Because I'm setting you guys up for... What? Are you ready to do it? Let me get the alligator out of here. Let me get you out of here.
they say when they go around.
Okay, we get it, but now it's time for us. It's our time to do what? We got to get into the health and wellness section. Let's go. We're getting into the health and wellness section right now, you guys. And this is something that I actually have personal feelings about. I said to myself, you know what you need to get back to, Boogotti? Get back to things that actually affect you personally and that have affected people in your lives personally, because those are the things that you can talk better about, more in depth about, have a better rounded conversation about. So my question to you guys today, I'm going to ask you guys, let me ask you, how many people here ever thought about writing a book? Just a quick question. What's up, Tony? Right? Thank you so much for getting that members for 1 month. Really appreciate you guys. What is your goal? Have you ever thought about writing a book? Maybe writing a movie? Maybe learning how to ride a bike? Maybe working out? Maybe, what's your goal? I just want to know. I'm being nosy right now because we're going to talk about it. What is your goal? I've said to myself, I want to write a book. Guess what? I've written a few of them. Said to myself, I want to rap. A lot of people said, oh, you ain't going to be no rapper. Actually did it. So I just want to know, what do you guys think about? What do you guys ever plan on wanting to do? I'm working on a book. That's beautiful, Zion. I love to hear things like that. Phenomenal. And I inspire you to keep going. Hopefully you take some energy from us. What do you guys think about doing, German? You said, I need to do it all. You don't need to do it all, but is there anything that you actually would like to do? My next level would be hopefully getting a sanctuary with a nice home set up next to it so that we can save animals. I'd like to do something like that. I have a goal in that myself that I'll share with you guys. That's the only thing I want to know, like something like that. You may want to keep it a secret. I get it. But do you guys have something like that that you're planning on doing? YouTube music, write a song and a movie. That's beautiful, German. Okay. Tony, appreciate your fam. Angel, that's dope. What's up? What's going on with German? Okay, we got a kids book up there. I like the kids books because kids can learn from that. Write a song, maybe, says Angels. Oh, that's real cool. What genre? Any specific titles or types? Go back to college. Oh, that's dope. What else you guys got over here? Shout outs to the fur babies. I want to finish my master electrical license and start my own company. Hopefully, bring my family in to work at it. Whoa, Dilly, you talking about making some millions right there? What's stopping you from doing that? That sounds phenomenal. Shout out to the fur babies. What else, you guys? I'm thankful of breathing. My dream is to finish college. I have, okay, you guys, okay. I wanted to be a mattress actor, but I think I'm too old now. Oh, I thought about doing that too. Said, you know what, man, you got so much energy. Why don't I get paid for it? Oh, you think you the only one thought about that, guy and Elsa? You're not the only one. Tons of people thinking about getting into adult films. Trust me, they just don't have the cojones to do it. Generational blessings. Okay, what else? Finish my college degree after I teach my children. Okay. So what's stopping you from doing it? I just got a question. What do you guys what's stopping you from doing it? I want to retire at 40 and be financially wealthy. My goal is to put out music. What is stopping you from doing it? My question. What's stopping you? Because this is what we're getting into today. Why you always avoid the things that you actually want to do. Did you notice that when you really want to do something and you're amped up about it, it seems like when instead of you doing it, you might pick up your phone and wind up swiping, and that'll be something that you wind up doing later. You might not wind up doing it that day, that month, or that week. Hell, you might even put it off forever. You may not ever do it. We got people that said that they want to write a book. Some people say, you know, I want to write a book, but I don't know what I want to write it about. So they never even started. Now, you ever plan on doing something, but then change your mind and then you scroll instead of hitting that obstacle? Or you decide that to swing back around and you probably want to do it later? You're not alone. Many people do this. And the hard part is realizing it and then applying the pressure to get it done. I'm serious about that, you guys. The same way with me with our bottom line. I said, you know what? I'm just going to do it and keep on getting up every day. And hopefully I'll be blessed in getting it. Because psychology behind procrastinating, it's called procrastinating. And it's something that the brain actually is part of the brain. So it's really not necessarily your fault because you procrastinate. It's actually something that our brain produces. People don't procrastinate because they don't care about a goal. They procrastinate most on the goals that matter to them emotionally. Why? Think about it. If I don't make the goal, oh, I wanted to write my book, but it never worked. So you'd rather keep that goal in your mind instead of actually bringing it out to even give it a try. Because what if your first attempt is failure? You might say, oh, I'm not even trying this again. And now your goal, it's off that beautiful area that you had it on that plateau when you wanted something that you actually wanted to do as a life goal. I'm here to tell you, I've never written a book and got it like that the first day. I've never written a rap song. Well, I can't say that because after a while, when you train, you will get good at writing and you can come out the gate with some heat, but you still got to put that time in. You still got to be that Olympic gymnast that's training up until the day of the meet, getting all of those kinks out so that you can actually do what you got to do. So one tidbit I'm going to tell you guys, if you get anything from me today, and you've seen me do it over the last 2 years if you've been here. You start from nothing and you just keep growing. Determination is better than not doing it. And I guarantee you one thing, you'll feel better about yourself trying to start and put your baby out there than never doing it again. Again, a lot of people would rather keep it in their heads because it's that goal, that thing that they really want to do, but they're going to get to it at some point, but they're scared to bring it to fruition. Let's talk about bringing it to fruition and not being scared about it. Let's get into it, you guys. What are we doing today? Why you avoid the one thing you actually want to do. Doesn't that make sense to what we're talking about? Why you avoid the one thing you actually want to do. This is coming from a channel called Info Stick. We're getting right into it. Let's go, you guys. Health and wellness section starts now.
All week. Started. The trip you want to plan, the guitar you want to learn, the book you've been excited to write. You finally have the free afternoon, and somehow
you still don't start. Why does this happen? You're not lazy. You're not lacking discipline. Something else is going on inside your brain, and once you understand it, this pattern starts to make a strange kind of sense.
All of us deal with it.
Think about the last time you avoided something you genuinely wanted to do. Maybe you scrolled your phone instead. Maybe you cleaned your kitchen instead, even though the kitchen wasn't that dirty. Maybe you told yourself you'd start after lunch, and then after lunch became after dinner.
Like when we do our workout sessions or we're about to do something, I've seen people in the comments say, I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and do that later. I get it, but let's try to get it done and like make it actually work now.
This isn't really about the task. It's about what the task represents. Psychologist Piers Steele, who has spent decades studying procrastination, found something surprising. People don't procrastinate because they don't care about a goal. They procrastinate most on the goals that matter to them emotionally. The bigger the meaning attached to a task, the more pressure builds around starting it. And pressure, to your brain, can feel a lot like danger.
When the brain would rather have reward than pressure. So think about it. You don't want to go into something that's going to pressure you. Natural feeling is to get away from that, right? Okay.
Here's the part most people miss. Your brain doesn't separate important from threatening. When something matters deeply to your identity, your brain treats the possibility of failing at it as a real risk.
So even if it's in your mind, because a lot of the stuff that you guys deal with, me, I'm gonna put myself out there first. Liberty, you be worrying about stuff. Winter, you worry about certain things. Jermaine, you worry about certain things. Angels, you do too. Colessive does as well as Kendra, and as well as other people. I'm doing that because I want to bring us all involved in this. Do you notice that a lot of times when we make these problems in our head, and then we go to that meeting or go to that job interview or step out next to that person, it's not as hard as we actually made it up to be in our minds? But guess what? Sometimes your mind will create a bigger failure than what you're actually walking into. That's what we're talking about here. Let's keep going.
Not a risk to your body, a risk to your sense of self. So, what does your brain do with risk? It avoids it. This is where the concept of fear of failure becomes the hidden engine behind procrastination.
Fear of failure.
Not fear of the task itself, fear of what it would mean about you if you tried and it wasn't good enough. You want to write that book, but what if you write the first page and it's mediocre? Then you're not someone who's about to write a great book. You're someone who tried and produced something average. That thought is uncomfortable. So your brain finds a way to protect it.
Seattle.
It delays. As long as you haven't started, the dream stays perfect.
You get it? As long as you ain't start the dream, it's still up in my head. I ain't mess it up yet. So I'm still gonna write that book. I'm still gonna make that song. I'm still gonna go for that training. I'm still gonna get that certification. At some point, I'm gonna do it. As long as you didn't try it and fail it. That's the way things are. But once you try it and fail it 9 times out of 10, you shut it down and you don't even try it again. That's why you rather keep it in your head, inside that thought process as that star idea. So it's not tampered with. Let's get it out though. Let's keep going.
It exists only in your imagination, untouched by your actual ability. The moment you begin, the dream becomes real, with all its flaws and limitations.
So now you let the dream out of your head. You told everybody about it. Now it's like, whoa, what you gonna do about it? Okay, you guys, I've never done this before. I'm just gonna tell you straight up and down, let's do it as a perfect example. Let's go to something over here. Okay, cool. We're gonna do it with the sneaker saver. We're gonna do it with this. Just so you know, everything behind me I have something to do with. I don't promote other people's stuff. I let out another secret with that one too. This is the sneaker saver. I had an idea because I kept on putting plastic on the inside of my denim jeans. Why? Because anytime you wear Air Force One, all of that blue dye goes on the top of your Air Force One, doesn't it? You notice how Bugatti's Air Force One never has any blue dye on it? Because I used to put masking tape on the top of my jeans. So when the blue jean would touch the Air Force One, there would be no rub. You know what? There'll be no rub. I said, you know what? I put plastic or tape around my pants. After a while, somebody's going to figure this out and possibly do it. I said, you know what? Let's go to another level. I said, take it out of your head and actually do it even if you fail. This is probably the 9th version of the sneaker saver. It started off as, I can't even tell you, something that I made in the kitchen with a piece of felt and another piece of tablecloth that I cut out. This is the sneaker saver now. From a piece of tape, this is what's been created. I'm gonna show you what it is. You're tired of getting that blue dye on the bottom of your jeans, on the bottom of your sneakers? You iron on this. This is the sneaker saver. You iron this on, you flip your pants up, just like so. Boop, 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 boop. And you iron this right here on this side. That's what that side is about. This is the protector. You peel that off and you iron this onto the pants. Look at that. Now it's protecting against any single thing that's coming in contact with your sneaker. You guys see that right there? And then all you do is fold that back down and there's no more contact when it comes into your sneaker being in contact with with your pants anymore. So Timberlands or Jordans, those expensive sneakers that you spend so much money for, you actually can protect them with the sneaker saver. I'm not doing a commercial right now, just telling you guys actually what this is used for. We actually found other uses for it too. Since it blocks dye, you can cut it in strips, put it in parts of your shirts in different places if you want to wear that denim shirt that transfers onto your good garments and your high-end pieces of garments. Many things that you can actually do with the sneaker saver. But if I didn't make it, if I didn't try, if I didn't come out with the first sample, wouldn't even be able to hear sweating right here talking to you guys about it. So yes, this is an idea that came out of my head, just like all these other ideas. So all of you guys with those ideas talking about, I'm gonna do it later, blah, 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 blah. I get what you're saying, but a lot of products that we've created started in the kitchen. Alcohol brands with a 40 bottle. Scissor, sipping on some scissor, the real one. We made the first bottle in the kitchen with a Old English 40 bottle. That bottle never even came out to fruition. We wound up making Alizé bottles with the scissor at that time. So again, if you never start or come out with an idea for something or even make a mistake, you're never even gonna have the chance to grow in that space. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. I'm kind of cheating, but let's go.
Starting threatens the fantasy. This is sometimes called the protection of potential. Psychologist Jihe Shin researched how people behave when their performance is being evaluated by others. She found that some people deliberately underprepare or delay.
If you under prepare or under deliver, now you can make an excuse like, I ain't even really want to do that. That's why I did it that way. You ever do that before? Under deliver and under prepare on purpose because you don't want to really know what the end result would be if you go hard at it, like that electrical test and stuff like that. You're gonna pass it. Trust me. Just dive all the way in.
Not because they don't want to succeed, but because not trying preserves the idea that they could have succeeded.
Right.
If you don't show up
If you guys are appreciating this content right now, the best way to let us know that is by double tapping that screen, becoming a member, subscribing to the channel, because we really take our health and wellness section very serious over here. Look at us. We're using steel to drink water out of because of the plastics, the microplastics, and everything else.
fully, no one, including you, can prove that your best wasn't good enough. Notice what this means. Procrastination isn't a failure of motivation. It's an act of self-protection. Your brain is choosing comfort over confrontation. It's choosing the safety of maybe over the risk of not yet good enough. There's a second force working alongside this fear, and it has to do with how your brain.
Thank you, Winter. Thank you so much, Winter.
Researcher George Ainsley studied something called temporal discounting. The idea is simple. Your brain values immediate rewards more than future ones, even when the future reward is bigger and more meaningful.
Like, if you go ahead and plant that garden and clean up all of that stuff, yeah, you ain't going to be able to see all of the fruits of your labor immediately, but after a while, it's going to kind of come to fruition. But a lot of times, people rather go get a salad. You get what I'm trying to say on this one?
A scroll on your phone gives your brain a small hit of relief right now. Starting your dream project gives you a much bigger reward, but it's delayed, uncertain, and effortful.
And you always want it fast. Like on YouTube, they be like, yo, Boogotti, you got to get these people engaged within the first 3 seconds. I'm like, what? I got to get the camera right in the first 3 seconds. So that's why you got me doing all this other stuff real quick in the first 3 seconds, because now you have to understand the psychology of people. Knowing that is actually going to help out. It's sad that it's like that now, but knowing helps out. Let's keep going.
Given a choice between guaranteed comfort now and uncertain meaning later, your brain in that exact moment often chooses comfort. Not because comfort is more valuable, because it's closer. This explains something strange about procrastination.
Yeah, let me see
The
it, King
tasks
Fire.
you avoid most aren't always the boring ones. Often, they're the ones you care about the most.
The tasks that you avoid the most are not the boring ones. They're the meaningful ones. Because you always say stuff like for instance, I want to get my CDL. You always think like, I got to get the book. I got to train for that. I need time for it. Those are the ones that really going to mean something to you. But because of the stuff that comes along with it, you might procrastinate the work.
Because caring raises the emotional stakes, and high stakes plus uncertain outcome equals a brain that wants to retreat into something smaller and safer. So, you check your phone, you reorganize a drawer, you tell yourself you're not in the right headspace yet.
That's the way of diversion right there. You see that? You're diverting, trying to act like you're doing something else in a positive manner, but you're really diverting from the real thing you need to be doing. Notice that.
What you're actually doing is avoiding the moment where your effort meets reality.
Just do it when to do it.
Here's the part that changes everything.
Straight up.
You really absorb it. The anxiety doesn't go away by waiting for motivation to magically appear. Motivation, in most cases, doesn't come before action. It comes.
You heard that? Motivation does not come before action. Let's say I'm motivated to play basketball. You can be motivated, but once you get out there and start bouncing the ball, that's the action right there. And you get better over time of playing the game of basketball. Handle, dribble, shooting, accuracy, defense. You get it? But you can't walk, you walk out on the basketball court and you nasty like that, you must be blessed with the hands of God. For real, for real. Anything that you're doing, especially if it's worth it, you got to do something, you got to break the egg, you guys. So yes, start somewhere is what they're trying to say. If you get where we're going with this.
Comes after. Researcher Timothy Pitchell, who has spent his career studying procrastination at the university level, found that the relief people feel from starting a task is often stronger and faster than they expect. Many of his research participants reported that the dread they felt beforehand was worse than the actual task itself.
How many of you guys got to tell the truth about this? I do it all the time. You know why? And thank you for the love. You know why? I'm going to tell on myself right now. I am a fantastic storyteller. Boy, I can make some stuff up in my head. You'd be like, what? So imagine it working against me now. So I'm like, man, I really want to get this thing done, and then all of a sudden here comes the doubt. And I have a very high level of creating stuff in my head. So here go, oh, you ain't going to get it because of blah, blah, blah. This is going to be blah, blah, blah. And then all these other obstacles that I'm creating in my grand mind of even being able, I can do it too. I can knock myself down the same way anybody else can. No one is immune to what we're talking about right now. And what I want to tell you guys about writing those books, how did I start? Yo, Boogotti, you said you wrote 9 books, right? Yeah, y'all. What's the secret? If I told y'all the secret, you wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe what the secret is to writing a book. I'm going to tell you because anybody else won't tell you. And y'all going to have to send me at least $1 in my Cash App for this because this is a jewel right here. I'm really joking, but if you send me the buck, it's all good. You really want to know how to write a book? Start with the first sentence. Did you hear that? Start with the first sentence. How about that? Real simple, right? Start with the first sentence. Let's go.
The starting was the hardest part. Everything after that became easier than imagined. This is something summarized as a simple but powerful idea. Action creates motivation far more than motivation creates action. You don't need to feel ready. You need to begin small enough that your brain doesn't register it as threatening. This is why advice like write one sentence or practice for 2 minutes actually works.
Because you know that 1 minute's gonna last, gonna go further. That one sentence is gonna turn into more. You got to get off the starting block, guys. It's not a secret. It's stuff that you already know, just not doing it. Let's go, liberty and justice. Want to send Bugatti appreciation for his hard work. We're now trying to use Cash App, Bugatti Cash. Yeah, we don't mess with these folks no more. They be hitting the pockets hard. Let's go, y'all.
Even though it sounds almost too simple to matter. A 2 minute commitment doesn't trigger your brain's figure of.
I have to ask this question, and because I have a real feeling right here. I really feel this right here. Thank you so much, Vincenta. But I feel like you guys have already done some of this stuff. I feel like there's some people here that really understand and have already done this before. And I want you guys to go ahead and acknowledge yourselves. I really do. Because I know that some of you guys have. I see a lot of you guys that already have gardens. I've seen a lot of you guys that already out there taking care of your families and your animals, and you're taking care of your children and different things. Like I see a lot of you guys doing certain things in the chat, doing things in the Discord. There's a lot of people here that's already doing a lot of this stuff. So go ahead and give yourself credit for that. But what I also want to tell you is this: use that same energy and shift it to your goal. And stop being scared. Go for it. I ain't writing none of these books. The truth of real world marketing, street smarts, how to survive in the hood. I said one day I want to write a book called Street Smarts because I was living in a bad neighborhood. Mothers Against Drunk Drivers picked my book up after a year. Well, it took me 2.5 years to write it. Why? I said to myself, every time you get on a plane, you're gonna write more. I kept on traveling a lot. Every time I had downtime, I went to a Starbucks. I kept on writing. It became addictive. Then I edited everything. I'm talking about from first page to like the 300th page. After I was doing it for so long, it was nothing to me. I'm skimming through pages like it's nothing. You guys just gotta start doing it, whatever it is.
Failure is too small to threaten your identity. But once you're 2 minutes in, you're already moving.
Yeah.
And movement, once it starts, tends to continue.
You're gonna keep going.
There's also something worth noticing about the stories you tell yourself while you delay. I work better under pressure. I just need the right mood. I'll start once things calm down.
Another thing I don't play around with, one thing I don't play around with, I don't play around with these stupid intuitions like, my time is gonna come, and there's some, I don't. Another thing that you guys probably gonna get mad at me about is, oh, there's somebody for everybody, and oh, the Lord gonna provide for me. Oh yeah, let me tell you, I'm not talking bad about the Lord when I say that. Oh, the Lord gonna give me what I'm supposed to have when I'm supposed to have it. That ain't true. I ain't letting y'all get away with that. I ain't letting you get away with it at all. Because from the book I read and from the Lord that I know, he says you plant the seed and then you sow it and then you pray over it and I do the rest. I give you the water and the sun, but you still got work to do. You got to sow the seed if you want me to help you. I can't just get out there and do every part of it. Stop saying that. And when people are around you saying stuff like that, you might as well want to get away from them because they might be messing up your sauce. If you can teach them the same way, let them learn from these jewels that I'm telling you, that'll be good. But when you have a whole bunch of people around you saying stuff like that, that sounds like trailer park or Igga-ish. I'm gonna be honest with you. White person the way you want to say it janky, black person the way you want to say it janky, Spanish person. Stop all of that. When my time come, blah blah. Ain't no when your time come. You gotta go ahead and crack it yourself. Ain't nobody giving you jack. The Lord gonna bless you, but you got to get out there yourself and put something on it. You ain't gonna get it for free. I'm telling you right now. Straight up and down, you ain't getting none of that for free. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Write a sentence. Practice for 2 minutes. Actually work. Even though it sounds almost too simple to matter, the things about that is that 1 minute is going to take you to a whole nother level. The same way that they're saying right there. The excuses of your brain we got coming up next. And one thing I want to say is get it started. Wait a minute. Let's get it started after the holidays. How about that one? How about stuff like that? When people say, well, I'm gonna do it after the holidays. Well, you know, the weekend is coming up. I'm a boss. There's no such thing as a weekend to me. I have to pay people. So that when people that's regular workers, Monday through Friday and all of that, they cool with waiting to get their check and stuff like that. I'm not downplaying anybody who's working, whatever like that. I find the working class fine. I just decided that I didn't want to work for anybody no more. So I have to look at things differently. Or everybody be like, oh my God, Friday, got the whole weekend. I'm like, damn, I gotta wait 2 weekends, two more days to get on the hustle. Because Monday is the day I like. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. If I'm trying to get money, most of the companies is open during the week, not the weekend. That's how I think. I think a little bit different. So when you say stuff like, I got a little, you ever notice yourself saying something like, I got to get myself a little more time to do that, or I'll get it started after the holidays. Okay, well, when the weekend is coming, or we'll talk next week. Here go another one. I work better under pressure. That means that you're going to wait to the last minute to do something. Another one is, I just need to be in the right mood. Let's keep going, y'all.
These phrases feel true in the moment, but they usually aren't predictions. They're justifications, built after the fact to make avoidance feel reasonable. Once you can recognize a justification as it happens, it loses some of its power.
Right,
You start to see it for what it is,
right.
not a fact about how you work, a reflex your brain uses to protect you from discomfort.
And there's nothing wrong with that because your brain is supposed to protect you at all times. You just got to learn how to distinguish it and catch it.
So, what do you actually do with this? You stop waiting to feel ready, because readiness is rarely the thing that's missing. You shrink the task until it's too small to feel threatening. You let the first attempt be bad, on purpose, because of researcher Timothy Pitchell, who has spent his career studying procrastination at the university level, found that the relief people feel from starting a task is often stronger and faster than they expect.
Tony Stark's, the first Iron Man suit looked ridiculous. If you guys ever saw Iron Man, the first suit looked ridiculous. He looked like a Herman Munster inside of probably Herman Munster slash the Tin Man slash RoboCop. That suit was terrible, but he kept on expounding on it, expounding on it. What else we know about? The Wright brothers. The first plane didn't go up and fly right. You know what I'm talking about, right? But if they never started, they would never get it right.
Many of his research participants reported that the dread they felt beforehand was worse than the actual task itself. The starting was the hardest part. Everything after that became easier than imagined. This is something summarized as a simple but powerful idea. Action creates motivation far more than motivation creates action. You got to go on the basketball court, dribble the ball around before somebody can teach you how to play it, or before you keep on taking shots to get better if you want to be a better basketball player, right? You got to press the keys of the piano to make it sound terrible before you can be Beethoven or Tchaikovsky, right? You don't need to feel ready. You need to begin small enough that your brain doesn't register it as threatening. This is why advice like write one sentence or practice for 2 minutes actually works, even though it sounds almost too simple to matter. A 2 minute commitment doesn't trigger your brain's figure of failure. Thank you, Zion. It's too small to threaten your identity. But once you're 2 minutes in, you're already moving. And Thank movement, once it starts, tends to continue. If you start running, they be like, all right, let's go run around the block. You run around the block and you still in motion. Like, yeah, you know what? I could run another block. I could run around again. You get what I'm saying? But you're never going to notice what you can do until you get out there and apply yourself. And then once you start doing stuff, you're going to be so happy that you did. Like, yo, I did that mad fast. That whole goal. I mean, it's to the point where I can just write like this. If I'm really thinking about it, I can write just like I talk. I can write a book just like this. I do it just like this, and I'll come back later and edit it. You know why? Because all of the meat is there. Don't let the meat not be there. Put everything down. Edit it later. That's how you get a project started. There's also something worth noticing about the stories you tell yourself while you delay. I work better under pressure. I just need the right mood. I'll start once things calm down. These phrases feel true in the moment, but they usually aren't predictions. They're justifications, built after the fact to make avoidance feel reasonable. Once you can recognize a justification as it happens, it loses some of its power. You start to see it for what it is, not a fact about how you work. A reflex your brain uses to protect you from discomfort.
And that's what everybody's brain is supposed to do. You don't get angry at your brain for sending you in other places, for making you feel a little lazy, for making you pick up that phone. How about realizing what it's doing at that time and now shifting, utilizing those key points that we saw in this episode as actual triggers. And like, oh, I caught one of those, caught it today, Boogotti, and I wound up writing 3 pages for my book or a page for my book instead of scrolling. Now we're going to use examples. That's what I'm talking about.
So what do you actually do with this? You stop waiting to feel ready, because readiness is rarely the thing that's missing. You shrink the task until it's too small to feel threatening. You let the first attempt be bad, on purpose, because a bad first attempt is infinitely more valuable than a perfect idea that never left your head.
Wait a minute. Heal up, reel up, bring it back, come rewind. A bad attempt is what? Let's say that again to the people.
Bad, on purpose, because a bad first attempt is infinitely more valuable than a perfect idea that never left your head. And you remind yourself, especially in that exact moment of hesitation, that the discomfort you're feeling right now is not a sign that something is wrong. It's a sign that something matters.
Final lesson.
The next time you find yourself circling a task you actually care about,
Final lesson.
instead of starting it, pause for a second. Ask yourself what you're really protecting. Usually, it isn't your time.
Start it over one more time. This is the last lesson, but it's the most important, you guys. Let's get it.
It's a sign that something matters. The next time you find yourself circling a task you actually care about, instead of starting it, pause for a second. Ask yourself what you're really protecting. Usually, it isn't your time. It's a comfortable, untested idea of what you're capable of. And the only way to find out what you're actually capable of,
get to it,
is to risk disturbing that idea. You've been waiting all week to start it. Maybe the waiting was never about the timing at all. Maybe it was about protecting a version of yourself that only exists as long as you never try.
Now you guys get what we mean by that. Long as it's still in your head, long as you never. So when somebody say, hey, what is your plan for the future? What do you want to? Well, I want to write a book. I'm hoping that this flips on you guys backwards now. I'm hoping that if anybody ever asks you your goals or your dreams, you're like, man, listen, I'm scared right now. Kind of like me. You know what I say now? I'm scared right now because I've already accomplished most of the goals that I ever wanted to do. And even if they weren't perfect, I wanted to rap, wanted to act, wanted to write books. I just kept on going and stopped listening to people that weren't fortifying or helping me out in those areas. And sometimes you wind up alone. And then you find people of like minds and you're able to flow and do what you got to do. But until you keep on trying to make a better version of yourself, you're never going to find out how good you can actually be, Kalesiv or Kendra or Leslie or Zion or Angels or any one of you guys here. You got to push yourself to the limit. Kalesiv, you already know what the sit stand. You know what I'm talking about. Let's go. Last of it. Think that was it. That was the last of it right there.
Maybe it was about protecting a version of yourself that only exists as long as you never try.
I really like that part, so I wanted to bring that back, you guys. Procrastination isn't a lack of discipline. It's your brain protecting you from the risk of finding out your best efforts might not be good enough. The things you delay most are often the ones that matter the most. Because the caring raises the stakes and your brain reads high stakes as danger, but motivation doesn't come before action. It comes after. Stop waiting for the feel ready. That's right, stop waiting for the feel ready. Shrink the task until it's small enough. That's by making a mistake sometimes. Also, that it doesn't feel threatening. Let your first attempt be bad on purpose and start. The discomfort you feel isn't a sign of something wrong. It's a sign of something that matters. Because you care about it and it's something that you really want to do, It does matter. Now, where did we get this from? Why you avoid the one thing you actually want to do. That's the name of this episode. And it's coming in from Info Stick. Again, Info Stick. And that's why you avoid the things that you actually want to do. If you're a member of our Discord, which you should be right now, everybody that's still here, besides the people that slid off, you will be able to go and check that out in our Discord. You know where it is, Discord, Our Bottom Line. And you know how we do it over here. We really hope that you got something out of that health and wellness section. I don't just go and get that stuff for itch and giggles. I really want to make sure that you guys are actually learning, getting some health, wellness, mind, whatever it is out of it. I want us to actually benefit from it. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up, you guys, making sure that you guys can still see me. Let's go, because it ain't over. It ain't over. You know it ain't over, especially when we do it like this. We got a fantastic story coming in. People that I love the profession. I've been saved so many times. I would have to be honest with you, not so many times, but twice from two stills nabbings by these beautiful people. I want to give a big shout out to anybody who works in the nurse caring section, because nurses are so important, as well as firemen and ambulance drivers and doctors and all of those people as well. But nurses, EMS workers, I got a special place in my heart for you guys. And yes, I would like to shine a light on one particular nurse who went above and beyond to help heal people. She's now retiring, and look at what they're doing for her. They're sending her out with a bang, you guys. Check this out. Let's go. Nurse who went above and beyond gets a heartfelt send-off, and they're calling her an angel. They found a bunch of her patients that she actually worked with over 54 years to come in there and send her off. Took Yeah, y'all, you know, it's not easy finding stories like that. You know what I'm saying? Double tap that screen to get those likes up for you guys. Come on now, go on and double tap that screen, because you always know we like to end it on a great storyline like that. But wait a minute, it ain't over, because yeah, we like to end it off on a great storyline, but how about looking at a baby rhino get airlifted and brought to civilization and helped out? We got a situation over here where a baby rhino is airlifted to safety in the wildest rescue you will ever see. Yes, he is on the bottom of that helicopter, you guys. Let's go.
This rhinoceros helicopter rescue is like nothing I've ever seen.
That is a baby rhinoceros right there that has to be taken to the hospital, but there was the only way to get him to the hospital was to airlift him.
Before. Rangers found a baby rhino, stranded, desperately needing help, and trapped in terrain too rough for any vehicle to move. Their only option was an emergency helicopter rescue. Receiving him from the helicopter like something out of a movie, they urgently assessed his health and rushed him to the sanctuary at Care for Wilds. Meanwhile, very close.
And meanwhile, can you realize that's a baby rhinoceros taking up the whole back of the truck? Imagine if he was full grown.
To this baby rhino, they had also located another rhino calf in danger. They were able to reach this one by car and jumped into action, trying to stabilize him as quickly as possible and rush him to the sanctuary for medical care.
Now, what happened with this one, both of them, they think that maybe the mother lost her life by poachers. Maybe she got sick or something and they're out there by themselves. So these are both baby rhinoceroses.
They suspected the two were orphaned siblings and that their mother was likely killed either by poachers or a dominant bull. At around 8 months, the calves were far too young to survive alone.
Now look at them.
But luckily, they found themselves in expert hands.
What I told you guys about love. People, white folks finding animals. White folks finding pit bulls. White ladies finding pit bulls in the street. Like, let me save you. Oh my God. I'm just kidding, but you know what? I'm not. Love you guys for doing that, because a lot of people wouldn't do it. So I don't care what your damn race is. As long as you're showing love to them pit bulls and taking them off the streets. Oh my God, he's so cute. He's about 120 pounds, Karen. So what? I'm gonna bring him home. Next thing you know, his name is Leon, and he's in the crib, and your boyfriend's like, where you get this big ass dog from?
Both calves were placed in the high care juvenile unit, where the team could keep a watchful eye on their recovery and health. Amidst all of this, within only an hour, the two calves saw each other again, immediately recognizing each other and huddling close for comfort. It seemed to lift their spirits right away, and this is no coincidence. For orphaned rhinos, companionship is deeply linked to survival.
The staff was overjoyed seeing their bond. After everything they've been through, they have each other. And Care for Wild is working every day to prepare them to get back into their natural habitat, roaming free in the wild where they belong.
Yes, you guys, roaming free in the wild where they belong. They just gonna see them alone. They're gonna make sure that they're healthy and let them and set them free back into the wild where they belong. You guys, that's how we do it over here. You know what we're about to do. So don't act like you don't know it. If you're trying to promote, you're trying to get in front of over 74,000 subscribers. You guys know how to do it. Send your promo over to us. That's right. Send your promo over to us at bridgethisllc@gmail.com. Again, that is bridgethisllc@gmail.com. And I got to start learning from my teachings here, right? You know what? I'm going to go ahead and break the code. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, you guys. I'm going to break the code. Hell with all that don't have no locations. You got to practice what you preach. First of all, I made all of this up myself from the first day. It was just supposed to sit in one day. I said, you know what? Let's just make this up. After that, next thing you know what happened? A bunch of alcohol came out. Then the next thing you know, we started doing actual in-stores. We really showed up somewhere with a lady called DJ Don Dada from Black Ink Crew as the DJ. Boogotti NYC showed up and we had a thing called the Show Your Talent Search. That's the talent search that we're doing in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. And you know what? This came from an idea. That's why I'm bringing it back up right now. Yeah, we working on locations and stuff like that, but you know what? I'd rather deal with the last part of the idea than worry about the hurdles that we got to get over. Because the last part is what? Finding locations where you guys can come and do what? Be a part of the Show Your Talent search. Because sometimes you got to put an idea out there in order for it to come to fruition. So if you want to be a part of the Show Your Talent search, all you got to do is go over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. Put your name inside the email slot and we'll keep you posted on what's going to be going on and where to Show Your Talent search is going to be. How does it go? And don't just think it's singing and dancing. No, talent is talent. So if you can do a wheelie, backflip, whatever the case may be, boom, you may be able to make $250. After we get everybody together from all 5 boroughs plus one person from online, the last person is going to be able to win what? $1,000. That's the Show Your Talent search, sponsored by what? www.drinkbigdrip.com. Sponsored by Big Drip, you guys. And if you want to get lit, you got to drink Big Drip. How do you be in a talent show? Go to the website. First page has an email slot there. You're going to put your email address in at Big Drip, www.drinkbigdrip.com. Again, www.drinkbigdrip.com. And like Miss Swanza always says, if you want to get lit, you got to drink Big Drip. 14% alcohol by volume, 12-ounce can. You heard what I said, 14% ABV. So it's going to take you there. All you need is one. And you guys know how we do it. Another fantastic segment, another good topics, trending topics, current events, and we did provide much, much more today. Hope you guys really got a lot of information when it came down to the health and wellness section, because what we try to do is inspire and help everyone be motivated. If you guys have ideas for the health and wellness section, don't hold back. Send them over to the same email address. That's bridge, like the Brooklyn Bridge, this llc@gmail.com. We'll check out the video, and if we like it, we'll do the research and we'll bring it forward and give you your props for it. That's right. We like to share information over here. So if you guys got any ideas, show idea content, health and wellness stuff, go ahead, stop holding out. You guys, we have like minds. Send over the promos to us and we'll get those up. And last but not least, we're not going to leave here hump day without getting those prayers in the ear. That's what we got to do. Let's get those prayers in the air for good health. Let's get those prayers in the air for staying cool. Let's get those prayers in the air and thank God for another day being here together. And let's also make sure that we're praying for health as well as love for our family members and our furry friends. Let's pray for Winter Rising and CJ the Cat, Liberty and Justice, Miss Swans and Rebecca, Lanya and Bueno. Can't forget about Colessive, Guy and Elsa, Angels, G-Man, Miss Swanza, Liberty and Justice again, Keisha, Leslie. There you go, Rebecca. I see you again too. King Fire. We got Miss Keisha Alicia in the building, Guy and Elsa, Mary Tanner, Colessive, Vincenta. There you go, Vincenta. I see you there. Rebecca Lon Yen Bueno, chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. El Jodera, I saw you go in there. You're not getting away. Hey, you doing, Miss Kendra Walker? I saw you too, Mary Tanner and Rebecca again. Who else we praying for over here? Hensley Show. Okay, let's pray for the Hensley Show. I see you, Hensley. King Fire, Tony Wright, Leslie King. Got to pray for all of the people that are in here. We're going to get these last prayers in here for every single person. That's right, Just Joy, Miss Swanza, Kendra Walker. Can't forget about Love Yourself. Mary Tanner. What about Angels Among Us? Mark Dorfman. Can't forget about Jeffrey Spilker and Sam Champion and Liberty and Justice. Can't forget about my brother Casey Ramos and Sam Champion. Can't forget about Justin, Jordan, Terry, Teddy, all of these people that always come every day, and Luigi as well. And as well, Miss 55 Coffee House, Lisa Roy in the house in the building. Can't forget about Rebecca, Tony Wright, every single person that I just shouted out as well. Kayla, Little John, I see you. Who's that there? Catholic Cross 77819. Okay, we got Chino Pisces. Let's go for you too. And myself, Boogotti NYC. I'll take the last prayer, and hopefully we have a safe and a fantastic day. How are we gonna say it, you guys, all together? Amen. That's right, you guys. And y'all could have went anywhere, but y'all came here. So guess what? We're going to be right back tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock for trending topics, current events, and much, much more. You already know it right here on Our Bottom Line. Don't forget, double tap that screen on your way out. Even if you're watching the show afterward, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Get those likes up. And also, there's nothing wrong with sharing it. Don't try to keep the show to yourself. Go ahead and hit that arrow, the arrow right there. Go ahead and hit that link. Put it up on your Facebook. Let everybody know what's going on in your social networks. Let them know about our show, Our Bottom Line. We're growing right now all over again organically, and it's going to be fun doing it with you guys. I can't wait till tomorrow. That's right, Thursday, one more day from the weekend, but I'm going to be right back here on July the 2nd for trending topics, current events, and much, much more. You guys, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me for Our Bottom Line Wednesday's edition on July the 1st, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, 6 o'clock in the morning, get 'em! Peace. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. God